went with for this session.
And so the session name will be Half Baked, but not forgotten. Forgotten in the oven, forgotten on the counter. We will see how cooked we will be
Oh,
soon.
let him cook. Exactly.
I'm sure we'll be fine.
It'll be
Chat. Oh, we have a real chat that we can ask. Chat, are we cooked?
Chat, are we cooked? Chat, are we cooked?
Be
Holy
so
shit.
for real right now.
You know, I have been sending the stream to a few of my friends, so
nice.
Well, hopefully they're watching.
Maybe they can
Yeah.
tell us if we're cooked.
Listen, I said I'm sending it to them. I didn't say they're actually watching.
Perfect.
Well, maybe that's how you know. Alu's friends, if you're watching this,
Oh
you
no.
guys are the real ones.
Oh damn, got me.
Yeah.
Let's see here. Streams, announcements.
I think I'm ready. Alright, folks. Well, hello and welcome back, everyone, for another session in the burgling world of Rodinia. I will be your host, TwoHands, and before we begin our grand adventure, who do I have the pleasure of playing with this fine evening?
Yes, of course. Hello, everyone. Good evening, probably. I go by Aludriea Luna. I will be playing Anvizol Erlenor, local half-baked tired scholar and gent.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Hello, everyone. Sharkbait, and I'm going to be playing Echo, the Fey Blood Ranger, who it is feeling a little lucky that he escaped the events of last session. You know, maybe he doesn't smell quite as charred as his fellow teammates.
You know, you've just been trying, like, artisanal breads over there with, like, Oren. You've been having a great time.
Yeah, he like was at the spa, like they were having like a guy's day out. You know what I'm
Don't you
saying?
lie to me. Echo wouldn't be caught in a spa.
That's he might
Quit
like,
calling the sewers the spa. It's very confusing.
guys. I swear it's great down there. You guys don't.
Stinky.
Yeah. Maybe if it was a mud spa.
Oh, there you
Huh.
go. You're just caked.
He would get his nails done.
How's your new skin? Like, you never take it off. Nobody told you. So you're just like 3 layers deep of like mud spas. Like somebody like goes to shake your hand and like a layer just comes off with them, just an echo shaped little sleeve.
Just cracks off.
Exactly. Ooh.
Great.
Little memento to remember me by.
Mud boys and girls, and folks of all walks of life. Our last session began with the party waking up from a night of late drinking, revelry, and unanswered questions. Bori demonstrated his new power by communicating telepathically with Anvizol over a distance. However, the effort was very taxing on this
brain
shadow
aneurysm.
guy, leaving him bleeding from the ears. Mogra Bloodfang was lingering as they went out on their adventures and pulled Anvizol aside, suggesting that he stop by her estate, that she can help him with the magic items he's looking for, and that her dad won't be home, so he won't know any better. They decided to visit the wizard that Bori saved from the Ferris wheel destruction, who invited them to the war room. On their way back towards the war room, Bori intercepted a throwing dagger with his body. Incidentally, this throwing dagger was aimed for an austere-looking hobgoblin drinking several drinks at a table by himself as a shadowy cloaked figure ran out of the bar. And let's see, what did this little guy look like here? Let me bring you guys over to the... Oh, I made a folder. Oopsies. No. Sometimes you accidentally make a folder.
Sometimes
Hey,
it do be
staying
like that.
organized. I love it.
No, anything but organized. This is the gentleman that Bori intercepted a dagger accidentally for. And the shadowy figure that threw the dagger, yes, ran out of the bar. And this hobgoblin, who realized that these outsiders didn't know who he was, introduced himself as Vitriol Bloodfang, and mentioned not to worry about the attacker, stating that the attacker is likely already dead. The party met up with the
No.
wizard, who introduced himself as Lecteris. Let's get a picture of Lecteris up here. Where is Lecteris? There
Do
he
we have-
is.
Oh,
Lecteris.
It's an absolute menace to everyone, including himself.
Yes. They talked the magics, big magics, small magics, up high, down low. Who knows? And secured
Red
his
magic,
help.
blue magics.
Exactly. Red magic, blue magic, you never know. They acquired the promise of some magic notes outlining the creation of a magic cloak, or at least a lesser version of a magic cloak of non-detection. This powerful magic item was called the Cloak of Inconspicuous, which had been unmade into several lesser cloaks a long time ago. And this party could either find one of those or attempt to recreate one. And the notes on how to do this, Lecteris promised that he would try to scrounge up all the information he had on it and provide it to you all tonight at the war room. He vowed his best to recall the process and promised that information. Orin and Echo were voluntold to help facilitate that information after having a fun playdate. They were told to meet up with that information later on after doing some big hangouts. Realizing that they hadn't seen Sandusky for a while, they quickly looked for him and quickly found him, being smothered by a large cat butt belonging to none other than Big Chungus.
Biggest chungus.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Anvizal started giving the rotund cat pats on the tail, which even the greatest of cats could not resist its stunning effect. And after rescuing him and recruiting him for a good old snatch and grab at the Bloodfang estate, Anvizal stopped stun-locking the great feline, and they quickly ran off, but Big Chungus caught them and magically roared, inciting fear. Luckily for the party, the dangles of hope came through, and Framey mustered an intimidation against the large cat, pretending to be a dog and barking furiously. Coming up on the impressive walled Bloodfang estate, Mogra Bloodfang was seen waiting for the group. Anvizal connected the dots that Vitrill in the war room was Mogra's father. They snuck into the compound through a secret way that Mogra seemed very familiar with, and in the middle of the large compound rested a large outdoor covered dojo. They arrived without incident at the library inside the complex, and inside this well-furnished and stocked library, the walls were decorated with 5 impressively large paintings depicting the history of the Purple Eyes, or as referred to the Bloodfangs, Jemuni Akin. You all have come to recognize this figure as the Mind Witch. Mogra asked the group about the creature hidden in each of the 5 paintings. The first painting, titled The Beginning, was a young Shatterkai child painted standing nervously in a training courtyard surrounded by towering Bloodfang warriors, holding a wooden practice sword. In the corner, a small purple spider lurked on the stone wall, distant and barely noticeable. And in the second painting, which was titled The First Blade, now a teenager, the Shatterkai sparred against a Bloodfang warrior, showing raw but improving skill as onlookers watched. The purple spider in the picture, small, almost unnoticeable, had climbed a column, drawing closer, its presence more evident and eerie. The third painting was called The Test. Yes, Samuel? Oh, it's a potato chip. Oh, that's funny.
Don't be waste I am a building.
Wow.
Like that. Some saying, boom, be raised. I am a ship. Like a big ship.
Wow.
A giant ship like the building.
Thank you, Sam.
Don't be waste. I am a ship. Oh.
Thank you. And we're back. That was a wild journey about a chip the size of a building. Singing,
Dang.
I am a chip. I'm sorry, I don't know if you guys heard any of that, but it was pretty funny.
All of it.
Okay. Oh, yes, the third painting. The third painting called The Test. As a young adult, this Shatterkai stands victorious over a defeated hobgoblin warrior, having earned respect through his combat prowess. The purple spider, now closer, watches from a nearby pillar, seemingly observing this young Shatterkai's rise to power. The fourth painting is called The Descent. The Shatterkai, now a hardened warrior, spars with two hobgoblins as his equals. But something darker lingers in the scene. The spider has grown larger, resting ominously at the warrior's feet. In the fifth painting, called The Awakening, fully matured and standing alone, the Shatterkai's eyes glow even more brightly purple as he wields a glowing blade. There are no hobgoblins in sight, no allies, no teachers, just grim determination cast across the dark, foreboding atmosphere. The spider, this time almost impossible to see on the painting, but visible after a few second glances, now resting on the Shatterkai's shoulder, its 8 legs wrapped around its neck. When questioned about the spiders, Mogra seemed flustered, not realizing what they were speaking about, seeming worried she'd missed a clue in the paintings she'd studied her whole life. Anvizal, and only Anvizal, came to realize that she didn't know anything about these spiders that she had pointed out to the party minutes before. It was almost like these spiders never existed. As the party went to look back at the paintings, the spiders were gone. And then Anvizal, and only Anvizal, was invited into the secure vault where the Bloodfangs kept their most prized valuables. Mogra, in this soundproof vault, was clearly trying to get Anvizal's attention, making a very bold and very unexpected move on Anvizal. Him easily redirecting, though, saying that he'll be worthy when he can bring back the book of her ancestors from the Mind Witch's lair. And sighing a sigh of relief, dodging a bullet.
Buying some time.
Yeah. After returning to the Splinter Shaft estate, Bori checked in with Atreus to find that the spider that Atreus had locked into the box after discovering it the day you all first came into Calgully, brought home by his servant. The spider has been talking to him day and night, dribbling secrets, talking of blood and duty, talking about the future. Many futures. Atreus seemed to be almost at his limit with the creature, but continued to put up with it, strangely so. Anvizal, in a different room, supported Calcut as she mourned the loss of her grandfather, encouraging her to stay strong and stay the course, and that he'd support her. He told her about their trip to the Bloodfang estate and about Mogra's unwarranted advances, to which she had some choice words, asking for some help raising some gold to copy a spell that he found in the Bloodfang estate. Calcut scrounged up some items to sell at the markets to acquiesce that request. And Bori suggested that they take this spider with them in the box, as he thought that it was driving Atreus mad, extra cautious after seeing the spider images in the Bloodfang murals. On their way out, they passed the spot where they first spotted the bridge. Today, in conversations, No one else that was there seemed to remember last night's event taking place on the bridge. It was remembered, but everyone said that it happened at the end of the street near the drainage trail and not on a bridge. And they found that odd, and they kept tabs on that. And even Calcut mentioned that there were no remaining bridges in Calgally, that they all were blown up a long time ago. The party continued, gathering Sandusky, Freemy, and Calcut, and trekked off towards the nearby mountains to visit the Tower of the Arcanoloth, where Gyro was supposedly residing. They journeyed without incident, finding the tower jutting from the side of the mountain, and by all accounts, appearing abandoned. They began their approach carefully, carefully losing my place in the document. Along the main cobblestone approach towards the front door, finding several magical illusions hiding pitfalls amongst the cobblestones. Halfway across the cobblestone walkway, a large metal form emerged from the roof of an outbuilding, emitting whirring and thunderous sounds with intermittent blasts of steam. Yes. Everything was fine. No worries about the steam. Don't worry about it. This large metal golem tracked the visitors, but did not engage them. Let's take a look at what this golem looked like, because it was pretty sweet.
That's pretty cool.
I can't seem to find it, so I will pull it over again. Come on, Mr. Golem. This is what rose out of an outbuilding, tracking them. Very large. It was big. All right. After getting close to the front door, Bori ran ahead, and after stepping on the final stair to the door, the whole cobblestone flipped, sending Bori, who was currently invisible, descending into a dark pit, where screeching, beetle-like creatures quickly began scurrying, looking around for prey. The other party members worked together to pull him up with a handy-dandy Sandusky grabber. Mere feet away from opening the door, they were so close, the party rethought their approach and decided to break through a fourth-story window using fly. As soon as they had Freemy smash the boards with a portable battery ram courtesy of Anvizal and his coat of many things, the golem immediately fired upon the party with an arcane cannon, electrocuting Anvizal and Freemy, the wizard going limp from the shock, as the rest of the party quickly made their way inside the tower, dragging him along. Once inside the tower, they quickly and frantically searched upwards, shouting for Gyro. Sandusky found a gilded magnifying glass that he said was showing a series of numbers and a voice speaking to him while holding the item. Then a thunderous hissing sound was heard as the golem, propelled by jets of steam, jumped high enough to view the party for a brief second before discharging its cannon again through the window. A blast of frost washed over Bori and Sandusky. The rat folk almost froze solid from the blast. Booming steps came from the first floor of the tower as the golem entered the tower, lumbering towards them. The party, already battered by just 2 attacks from this metal beast, ran up the stairs to the 5th level. Bori scanned the room, a large ornate mirror catching his eye as he quickly scanned and for a split second thought he saw the image of the Mind Witch in his reflection. Seeing no one was home upstairs, they made their way back down to the 3rd level, finding themselves in an alchemy lab. Freemy peered into the 2nd level and was met with a scorching blast of fire. The golem emerged to meet them, searing them with a huge spray of hot steam, burning Calcut badly. Freemy dropped unconscious. Everyone was hurt, and most close to death. Sounding the retreat, they began to pull back towards the broken window. Anvizal was the last to escape up the stairs, very narrowly dodging a giant extending metal arm shooting out 30 feet towards him. They jumped out the 4th-story window they came in, floating to the ground using Featherfall. As they glanced back over their shoulders, making a break for the tree line, they saw a very perplexed Arcanoloth sitting in a recliner chair on the first floor of the tower, just watching them through the busted front door. Gyro emerged from a window, visibly upset, yelling at them, "You forgot something!" throwing alchemic potions at them as they ran, but otherwise stayed in the protective cover of the tower. The golem returned to its post. Freemy was stabilized in time as she was bleeding out. Anvizal shouted to Gyro to meet in the war room tonight if she wants her schematics, and left a breadcrumb trail to a note that said the same. The session resumes with with Anvizal and Bori just investigating the area where the bridge was last night. The bridge that no one remembers. The bridge they spent the evening on. The bridge that doesn't exist. And so we resume. The scene. Anvizal and Bori are currently at the bridge. Bori had just thrown a rock towards where the bridge was, right beside Super Tom's fireworks stand and Pepler Dan's drink shop. On the horizon, you see Oren and Freemy wearing cool hats and holding what look to be ice-cold beverages, living their best lives, approaching. Bori says, "Da, I think our friends have returned."
Ooh. Well, that's good. How do we? Actually, let's just play it off. It's been a long day. I don't feel like getting into the details.
Echo.
Yes.
Roll me a perception check.
All right. I will. And it's Oren and I are coming closer, right?
Exactly. Yep.
Okay,
Oren's
cool.
licking a giant like piece of candy. You know those lollipops that look like crystal candy? You know, he's got
Nice.
one of those.
Oh, I'm distracted. I'm not. I just like had the best day ever. So like, I'm really coming back and I'm just like, oh my gosh, like I needed this. Like you can't believe the crazy days we've had, I'm sure they needed a break too. Hopefully, they were able to just rest and get some R&R for the day, really. I think that would have been good.
Extra crispy.
You guys had a blast. You even found a little like stall where you could like have little summoned creatures like do a race, and you were able to have your cabbage frog enter a race.
That's really cute.
Roll me a
Yes!
fate 20 and let's see if you won. A 16
Cabbage
up,
frog.
you win.
Cabbage frog, let's go.
I
Cabbage
believe
frog.
in Cabbage Frog.
Cabbage frog, mess him up. Yeah,
You won.
let's go.
Roll me 1d10.
All right. Did we bet on the Cabbage Frog? Is that what this is? 3.
You got 3 gold from that.
Let's go. We bet on our Cabbage Frog.
Why
I love-
wouldn't you? Bestest boy.
True. And I would bet on him.
Roll me a
would.
dexterity saving throw.
Oh.
Cabbage frog.
Not the cabbage frog.
Okay. Good job. 13.
You know what? Close, but no. Your 3 perception is a 3 because this paper, carried on the wind, flies in your face, obscuring your view.
Ah,
Say, I take it
There's
off
some
and I read
writing
it.
on it, actually.
Oh, I am literate, I think. Let me check my character sheet.
It looks to be a note. It's folded up. And it's in common. Your character can read, right?
Yeah, he can read.
Okay,
What does
cool.
it say?
sure hope so.
It says, "Master, today your humble student fears he cannot practice the expanse bore techniques, for I am not feeling well, making it impossible to find peace in my training. I shall sharpen my fists and feet another day and not fail your teachings." Signed, they can't make out the name. It's just a note about somebody not missing practice.
Oh man,
That's
we should. Oh, that's too bad. This guy, his master's not going to get his note.
Oren's like,
That's,
what's
you
an
know-
expanse bore?
Great question. I could
Is
not
it
tell you, I don't think.
technique? Just don't worry about it. I'm sure it's fine.
Totally okay.
Did
Hey
you have a nice time?
guys!
Yeah. Hey.
How's it going? You guys doing good?
The look on Anvizel's face, like
Aw.
Is
Could I have bought like a little like candy, like a lemon sucker or something like that, and just
Yeah.
like be like, "Oh, buddy,"
give
and just pop it in
Anvizel
Anvizel's
a hard
mouth?
candy.
Yeah. Roll me
Oh,
D20
here you
and
go,
see how many
sport.
lemon suckers you have left from your candy extravaganza.
Okay, what do you want me to roll?
Roll a D20. You got one.
You got the
It's your
last
one.
lemons.
Damn.
This is my last candy. I'm just gonna like not even ask. I'll just pop it in his mouth. You look like you had a tough day.
They're all actively bleeding. Bori's got like dried blood and fresh blood coming from all the orifices on his face. He looks
Hell yeah.
exhausted. He looks like he's seen a ghost. They look rough. Sandusky is barely standing. Half of his fur is burned off, and half of it is like frozen solid, like still frosty, even though you guys are in a desert.
Yeah, buddy.
Freeney's like, stiff upper lip, but she's actually like putting all of her weight on her spear and like just trying to look like she's just being casual and just hanging out, like doing the southern slant.
Ah, yes, of course.
Calcut is actually it's okay, but she's got burns on half of her body. Yeah, so they're not like horrible burns, but they're like steam burns. They definitely saw some shit.
Burns.
Yeah.
Yikes! What happened?
Who? How do I? From a scholar's standpoint, I still don't know. It was a man, I think, made of metal, about 3 times as big as me in every direction, every conceivable direction, and they fired alchemical canisters that exploded on impact, violently exploded on impact. A lot of canisters. Too many canisters.
So, it was awful.
It was truly awful. But deeply intriguing. I simply must know more. Not today. I could use a very long rest.
Right. Okay. Wow. Yikes.
And then this
Well,
guy
you guys are
invited him to the war room tonight.
Well, not that one. Different. I don't... Wow, wouldn't that be
You wrote it
something?
on a piece of paper.
I did write that on a piece of paper. I didn't invite the giant tin person. I didn't invite that.
He's right. He's not wrong.
Okay.
I don't
Well,
do
that's
I don't
good.
deal deals with foxes. I don't deal deals with constructs apparently either.
Mm. Yeah. No, that would be very bad if you did that. That would probably,
You missed the foxes. There was like 5 little foxes running around, but we were too
Okay.
busy not dying to worry about
They were pretty cute though. They were pretty cute.
I love foxes. They're great. Yeah. Had a lot of them back in the forest,
You had you just owned foxes?
Oh no. We're just pals. We're just buddies.
Oh,
Well-
okay. So like a ranger thing.
Yeah. I am one of those.
And
So
it's
yes.
Oren, who's like behind Echo and looking at you, is giving you like the. Yeah, it'll be
Yeah. Yeah. We That's great. Alright, so okay. One nod of affirmation. Hey, do you remember when we were watching the fireworks, Echo, the other night? We were on that bridge. Like,
Yeah,
overlooking
I remember that. Yeah, on the bridge. Yeah, we threatened the fireworks guy.
Yeah, we did on the bridge.
On the bridge. Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Gestures. No bridge.
Just.
Aw. didn't notice that. Orin and I were kind of walking around the city all day, and I just did not. Orin, did you notice that the
Echo,
bridge was gone?
Echo, it's an entire bridge. How do you... Buddy.
Yeah.
There are these little, like, crystal lenses back when I was in... Usually people would connect them with metal wire. It's a very delicate process. Gnomes usually made them. You put them in front of your eyes. They help with vision. Maybe we should work on...
How do they see wires that thin? Like, how would you even see that? That's crazy.
Magic.
Okay, Echo. No.
What are you all getting into tonight? Orin just kind of asks.
Well, there's a standing invitation to go back to the war room. Of course, we had already planned to, right? To go see ye old arsonist again. See what he can come up with.
Lecteris. What a rascal. What a rascal.
Yeah, I suppose that's a term you could use to describe him. I mean, legally. Yeah, okay, let's not use that outside. Like, let's not use that term outside.
Okay.
I feel like I should speak with Calcutt's father about the guests that I invited in the dead of night. You should probably know about that. I forgot to... the two friends that we made last night when you had fallen asleep in a casket. I'll smack Echo.
I took care of that today, actually. So I hope you don't mind.
That's a relief.
I gave them some shovels and talked to Daddy Splinter Shaft.
I don't know if we have to use that term, but
does it sound wrong? Daddy Splinter Shaft. What about Big Daddy? Does that help? Because there was a grandpa there, right?
It's really big too. I feel like that makes sense.
Evisol turns to Calcutt. Are you fine if I call your father Big Daddy Splinter Shaft?
She just looks. She just. I can't even.
Exactly. Evisol's like trying. Just keep a straight face.
Eastern hobgoblin glare.
Evisol he'll just play front for half a second. Well, outside of that, no formal commitments. Bori was hoping to find some leads on the,
Yeah. Right, and then we also should maybe talk about the bridge if we can. Just ask some more around and see. Because there was a bridge. We were all standing on it.
Yeah, Calcutt. Right? Calcutt, you remember the bridge we were standing on yesterday?
At this point, I accept that whatever you believe happened, okay? And that whatever it is, I unfortunately don't have any recollection of this bridge, except for the time that we spent on this thing that apparently was a bridge that didn't look like a bridge. We agree to disagree. However, I believe you, because we've seen some shit in the last couple days. I don't know how else to say it, okay? You want to have a bridge there? That's great.
No, that's not... So that's where we're at, Echo, with asking people about the bridge. It's pretty much been that every time.
Right. No, that's
varying
fine.
degrees.
That's totally
I don't
fine.
feel like it's fine. I feel like I'm going a little crazy. I'm in the minority here, and I feel like I'm pretty keen.
Sandusky coughs. At the risk of being immolated or frozen or boiled in gravy, I don't remember a stinking bridge.
Sandusky, man, you're great. I'm sorry to drag you into this. You're great. You were just looking for a good time. I'm gonna bring you out for drinks later. You've earned it, man.
Can we drink health potions?
Yeah.
I don't know if those are in the budget, Sandusky, but we'll do right by you.
Oh boy.
That's the
Does Orin remember the bridge? Orin, do you
That
remember
would
the
be
bridge?
really funny.
There was a bridge. I was on it.
Okay, all right. Thank God.
And you know
Right.
what? It felt pretty real. So, I don't know. It's the
Yeah,
only bridge I've ever
you're-
been on, so it's... I mean, bridge is not like a tree, right? And whatever.
Yeah.
I've probably been on a
Whatever.
bridge or two in my life, yeah.
And you didn't sense any like weird stuff going on, like weird shenanigans with the bridge,
Honestly, I
right?
wasn't looking. I mean,
It felt like a bridge to me.
most of my
I-
direction, most of
Yeah.
my attention was directed towards the topless one. L? Yes.
Ah, yes.
Yeah.
LL.
Yeah.
No, because I was like checking it out. I was a little concerned. But
Yeah,
luckily
I think-
nothing happened.
Yeah. I understand.
Yeah. That was concerning. That was yeah. Right. Well, okay, at least some of us are in agreement that we were on a bridge. Maybe we could find someone who does remember being on the bridge, and that'll help clue us in as to what is making us remember and everyone else forget.
Interesting.
Well, we could start with the shopkeepers. I mean,
Yeah. Okay. So we should ask if they sold stuff on the bridge that night, they will have had more money, right?
that's true. You could also technically ask if they've had any clients coming back talking about a bridge or if they've overheard anything. Yeah, they've been out here. That's a really good idea, Echo. Let's head over. I'll back you up.
Okay.
All right.
It's all the R&R I had.
I like
Yeah,
it.
I was on fire like an hour ago. Not
Right.
figuratively either.
Yeah, that's crazy, man. It's crazy.
All
I'm
in all,
so
it could have
sorry.
gone worse though.
Yeah.
And you all are alive, which is a really good sign. But we probably do need to rest soon. Like, probably probably should be priority.
You guys could probably, just throwing it out there, if you wanted to, you probably could like take a short rest at the at Dr. Pepler's drink stand. It was a shaded like tiki bar that had a couple open seats underneath the shade, or you could,
No,
rest
done.
anywhere
Sold.
else. There's so many places in the city that you could rest if you wanted to do anything. You guys, you do what you want to do.
I've got 6 hit die to recover 20 hit points. I'm feeling pretty confident right now.
You can do it. I believe in you.
That mean man stole 2 of my 3 hit points. Incredible.
Well,
Yeah, let's head over, inquire at some of these shopkeeps, and then probably get some drinks. Take a little R&R here.
cool.
Yeah.
So it looked like
I
I
like
have everybody here in this little group. I think I got everybody. So I don't think Iwi's with you guys currently. He's probably just up to something. Probably moping somewhere.
Or we.
You guys can pick him up if you want. Otherwise, I can just take you to where the bridge was.
Yeah, that sounds good to me.
Yeah.
Okay. Allow me to move you all. Einen Moment bitte. Orin will bring something up while I'm looking for this one particular map. So I actually we're going to the war room tonight, right?
That's the idea.
Okay.
The intent.
I definitely would like to make an appearance with you all.
Please.
I got word today. Echo, what you remember when I had to take a call, so to speak, earlier?
Yes, I do remember that. Yep.
I think there will be some folks that will be meeting at the war room, and I believe that we might have a drink or two with folks there. So I don't really know much yet, but it sounds like there might be a gathering of sorts.
I love a good gathering.
Yeah, me too. Me too. Me too. Everything's fine.
If you say so.
Sandusky's
Grr. And that, you know what? It sounds so reassuring when you say it like that. So,
Not
you know.
me. Nah.
almost. I had
Not
to do a
yet.
little quick maintenance here. Echo, it's me, Bori. Did you all have a good time?
We had a great time. We were just hanging out. Bori, I'm sorry that you did not have a good time, it sounds like.
It was just a lot of people getting burnt and intermittent dying. It was,
Sorry.
you know what? At this point, it's just adventure.
So true. Well, glad you're okay, Bori.
I'm not okay, but that's okay.
There you go.
Let me rephrase that. I'm glad you're alive, Bori.
Hey, that's good. Me too. All right.
It's just
So,
a little
let's-
guy.
Just a little guy. Let's bring you guys back to the bridge.
The non-bridge.
Oh, this is a gorgeous map.
Ah, I see that there is not a bridge here.
All right. So, you guys retrace your steps, and you turn that one alley where, like, originally the bridge was kind of like jutting into this residential neighborhood kind of oddly, and there is no bridge. But you do see the two vendors that you guys had interacted with earlier. Pepler Dan in his drink shack, and Super Tom in his fireworks. They seem to be operating their shops.
Very powerful
Right.
visage. Oh my gosh.
Let me put them on the token.
This fucking can't. It's so silly. He looks so happy for no reason.
He
Oh
looks like
my
he did
gosh.
bad.
Holy heck.
And Dr. Pepler sees you all. Is like, hey, you're back.
Yes. From the day the other day.
Got some more ice in. I went around like collecting ice. Because I'm like the ice man. I just collected. Got more. Guys want some more drinks?
Nice. Yeah, I'm thinking definitely want some more drinks.
Super Tom's just giving you guys daggers. Just staring at you guys. After the last interaction you guys had with him was...
Yeah.
They both remember us, which is good. So
how have you guys been? This is Dr. Pepler Dan talking. What's it going to be?
Yeah, great, Dr. Pepler. It's great to see you again. We're kind of looking around the area, trying to talk to some folks about, the festival the other night. We've been just hearing some weird stuff about, like, a bridge here for some reason. I don't know. It's crazy. I would never...
Bridge.
Not me. Like,
Like, I wouldn't. Obviously, we all know here that there was no bridge, but, like, you know.
Of course. Looks around. Just kind of like make sure. Looks over his shoulder. Nods.
Sure.
Looks your way. No bridge.
Great. And there never was one, and that's fine. And
Also,
that's not,
hygiene.
that's not what I'm here to ask about. I just want to know, has anyone come in asking or maybe talking about a bridge, like a weird bridge that was here, now it's not, or like, you know what I'm saying?
Hmm. No. Can't say anyone's mentioned anything about it. Kind of a weird thing to ask about. Never been a bridge here, but I mean, you guys were here. You know that, right?
No, we know that. Yeah, for sure. We totally know that. We were just, we just heard whispers around the city that there was a bridge. Like, it's really weird. It's really strange. So, I guess just, let us know if you hear anything.
Okay. He doesn't know what to do with that. I'll let you know if I hear anything about a bridge. I might not know where to find you, and I may not be incentivized to find you, but if I see you again, and if I have heard anything about a bridge, I'll let you know. Okay.
got him. No,
Yeah, just keep an ear out. We may or may not be back. So just, just keep an ear out.
Suspicious. Incredible.
No, I'm so credible and believable, and you want to listen to me, Dr. Dan. Believe me. Believe me.
Believe me.
We would really appreciate your help. Just if you hear anything.
Creamy just like comes over to the counter. Hey. Put some like gold on the table. Got a bag. And he's like, sure. And she just like goes behind his stand and like opens this cooler and just starts like scooping ice into this bag, and she just is like holding it like on her neck, and she just like goes and sits. You're good.
Oh.
You're good.
Creamy.
Sandusky throws a couple ice cubes at Sandusky.
Nice.
Buddy.
Just a couple cubes.
He doesn't even dodge. He just like hits him. He's just like,
Oh yeah.
Buddy. Right. Well, I'll buy a drink off Dr. Pepler. Just for his time.
Nice. Thanks, Echo.
Yeah.
You're a good person, no matter what they say about you. Just kidding.
And
just kidding.
what do they
What
say?
do they say?
Yeah, I don't think I've... He's like gonna search his mind for a minute. I don't think I've done anything weird in Calgully yet.
Yet?
Yeah.
Calgully? There's a lot of... Hold up.
I just, okay, cool. Thank you. Thank you so much, Dr. Pepler. I really appreciate it.
Be safe, kids. He just, like, has a concerned look. Don't...
Try to stay away from the drugs.
Don't do drugs. Yeah.
Exactly. It's kind of the vibe I was getting.
Oh my god.
So
Is there anything weird about this area? Like, literally, there's just no bridge at
Lack
all?
of bridge, yeah.
You can roll me a perception. Also, tell me what you're looking for.
Bridge.
Like-
No.
Like cement for a foundation in the water, or like,
that's actually, that's a good point.
I don't know, like
Literally anything.
literally anything that says bridge.
Roll me a perception, or you can roll me a perception and an investigation. I'll give you that.
Okay.
We were shooting off fireworks last night, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Like sparklers. Technically speaking, with this surrounding area, we could look for like singe marks or like things that wouldn't have been like angles that wouldn't be possible unless you were standing in the middle of the river.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Perception.
I'll help you.
Oh,
Wow.
Wow.
Seriously?
Okay. You
An
need my help. God
investigation?
damn. God damn, Echo. God damn, like pulls up, puts your fucking.
Wow.
He puts on his double capped hat and brings out his magnifying glass.
Is that a
There
thing?
has to be a bridge
Hold
here.
on. Double capped hat.
Like the Sherlock Holmes hat.
What the?
Okay. So
You know.
let me
I didn't, but now I do. My mind is blown.
now he knows.
It's
Let me
really
explain
dumb.
this map
Sorry.
a little bit. It's okay. So
In all the best
there-
ways.
this running water, there's not actually that much water in Cow Gully, right? So like imagine this water as I explained it in this one session that you were here for. Imagine it's kind of like a dried up drainage swale of like silt, right? And like stone, like drainage stone, right? But generally like a dried up riverbed. And you scour this dried up riverbed that's got like some mud running through it and everything. And you find the spot where you guys lit off fireworks. You find your discarded fireworks and a stain in the ground. This is where you guys were, or at least where you guys were, you know, on the X and on the Y axis.
Yeah.
Wait, so this is like in sort of the riverbed. Like nobody would have been here if there wasn't a bridge.
Correct.
Okay. There was a bridge. Okay, Envizal. Get over here. Look at this.
If it's all like been checking the peripheries, he'll like do
Yeah.
the little scoot.
There
But
was a bridge here. I knew it. I knew there was a bridge here. Look at this. Look at what happened here. You know that it wouldn't have happened this way if there wasn't a bridge. Oh,
Listen, if I spend all of my hit dice and I still can't get to 4,
impressive. And Vizal's like shooting up while you're talking about like bridges. Like, yeah, that's great. And Vizal, whoa. Look at him go. 11, and he's still going. Come on. There we go.
Thank you.
There, give him a
Huh.
6. Finish strong, Anvisal.
Oh goodness. Okay. That's good enough. I'll save one of these hit dice for no reason. It's probably
Oh.
So yeah, no, Ambizal's going to intentionally bring Calcut over
Mm-hmm.
and just
outlet?
yeah, I'm bringing Calcut because Calcut's like, nah, we weren't on a bridge. Like agree to disagree, right? I'm like, fucking explain this. Like
Yeah, let me
Calcut just takes a D10 psychic damage and passes out. Gets destroyed. Oof.
Yeah, that was a 2 for anyone who can see that. That was a 2. I think you can see it on the stream.
Oh no, it's too late for her.
She sits down, like she like does the little spin, like whoa. As like yeah,
Ooh, easy
Experience.
there.
does not mix with with perception. Fuck it, I'll believe you. Just
Like we were here. We were right here. This is where we set off fireworks. So wait. So who? Okay.
The
why?
fireworks are still here.
Wait, but why? There's no reason to conceal a bridge. But there is. Otherwise, it wouldn't have happened. So why?
I don't know.
Oh, that's a really good
I
question.
don't know.
Like, is it just a flex? Like a really weird?
I can make you all disappear from the face of the earth if I wanted to.
Well,
I'm assuming
no,
threat.
it's more like messing with people's memories and showing the ability to create and to kind of bend the physical world around us. Like if you think about it, I believe it was a manifestation for last night, because according to the people here, there's never been a bridge in this specific area, and that seems to be consistent with the locals, right? Like, even asking the people that never came down to this area to do fireworks, they seem to have said that there's never been a bridge. So it would be my understanding that it was made for the night. Some sort of manifestation or physical creation.
You mean sort of like a witch would make, maybe?
No. A witch I would be able to understand. There would be some sort of arcana residue, some sort of rune scribed, anything, right? Some source of arcana. This is strictly out of my field. This seems to be sheer force of will. This is more in line with what feels like Bori would be familiar with. How he's been manifesting himself, protecting us, for example. The barriers, being able to speak to us directly, altering the inner workings of our mind. My understanding, I feel like it's the Mind Witch. Well, but I feel like it's the Big M.
The Big M.
The MW. That sounds worse. I'm workshopping it.
Bori, like Bori.
The Mickey Wiki.
Bori, what do you think about this, Bori?
What do you make of it, Bori?
Suspicious. It's very suspicious. I think it could be, but I don't know why.
That brings us back to square one.
I've got nothing
This is
on the
good
bridge.
to know.
But when I looked, I feel like I could almost see it wisping away. But
Really?
it wasn't there. But why a
Weird.
bridge? Makes no sense.
It does not make any sense. Is there any like significance between the two sides of the river? Like, is there anything?
No, it's just a bridge.
Just a bridge.
Calcut just shrugs. Yeah, I just seems like a bridge. I don't know. Nothing super important about this area.
I don't like this. This doesn't sit right with me. No, I'm just gonna put it out there. I don't like it.
Fair.
Valid.
Well, I guess. I mean, if we didn't find anything else, I suppose we could move on. But
Creamy chimes in. I'm fine with that.
kind of weird. But I suppose when are we meeting at the war room? Soon?
It's late afternoon currently.
Yeah. We
It's
still have a
about-
few hours.
Yeah, it's probably like 3:30 right now. In the afternoon.
Should we
Yeah.
do some more investigating, or do we think that we have kind of found everything we can?
Oh, I think we should do some more investigating. How you said there's nothing in this area, Calcut. I guess the rivers here. I can't imagine what it might be, right?
Echo, with your 20 that you rolled for the perception and with your investigation, you can say without a doubt that there are no signs of a bridge ever existing here. No cobblestones, no like struts of, or no base stones in the riverbed.
Literally nothing out of place,
Correct.
except for the fireworks that says that we were there last night.
Correct. Except for the fireworks and like the little like burn mark, like
Yeah, the little
where
bits
you guys
of
set 'em
like
off.
nice. You know, I think my takeaway here. Wait, look through your crystal. The little dealy.
You're so right. My crystal of truth.
Yeah, okay.
I will look
I don't know
through
about truth, but
the
like
crystal of truth. I will look through.
no.
He's lost. He's lost in the sauce.
I
Yep.
feel like if we had any way to identify variants, this could be incredibly helpful when we pay to big old MW a visit. If they have the ability to just manifest walls and shape corridors, we need to be able to identify so we know which path is real and which path is what they're going to want. Like anything?
Yeah, especially if
when
there's
you-
no trace.
You just give everything a scan, I imagine.
Yes.
So, what you can see with the crystal, there is nothing. How would I describe what you see? So, nothing visibly different about the area where the bridge was is detected through your crystal sight. There's no lingering, like, chaos energy, and there's no out of the normal that you see applies here. Sometimes people are different shades of red, varying degrees. Nothing that indicates a bridge with your crystal sight. But Bori is glowing purple. Faintly. And it's concentrated at the side of his neck. Almost like the purple essence is kind of exuding in like a thin layer around his form, like an aura, with the deepest color around his neck.
Okay, so that is new. I will relay that to the party, even though, me not knowing about the spider paintings, I'll just be like,
Yeah.
oh, that's weird. Bori, you look like you have a purple sight on your neck, like with this
Which
chaos.
side of my neck?
I'll point
And-
to the side.
And then he
The
looks,
spider
and-
side.
The spider side. The Lilith side. And roll me a history check, Echo.
Yeah.
Yeah, Emma's gonna fill you in. So we found these paintings and definitely felt like there was some Lothian influence, some crazy little spider, and it was actually that side, like right there.
Crazy. That's
So-
that's wild.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Who'da
The
thunk?
history. You have typically seen chaos as red with this crystal, right? And even when viewing that purple spider that came from the chaos realm, that purple spider was red as well. Chaos has been red in your crystal vision up until you guys were on the bridge when you looked at the avatar of Lolth with your crystal and you saw a brilliant purple light. So bright that you looked away and were like, nope, not doing that. The same color you see exuding from Bori.
Right. So, yes, on the topic of that topless lady that we saw the other day, I think she was bad news.
Yeah.
So yeah, Bori, I feel like you may be marked. Oh yeah, you were marked by her. Yeah.
Duh.
So
See, put
yeah.
a spider on my neck. How would I tell my wife?
Probably
It
directly and
looks
honestly.
like I got a kiss from, well, I guess I did. It looks bad.
Yeah.
It's the lip
Yeah.
mark with a spider on it.
Right. Yes. And you are now the same color? as she was in the Chaos Crystal.
Oh.
So
Good.
yeah,
Very
that's
good.
probably a great sign. I'm sure. I'm sure it's fine.
Time.
She did not seem to want to hurt me. I mean, maybe she did, but maybe not in the way that you would think. But anyways,
Hmm.
Ew.
Okay. Yeah. No.
so I'm purple now. Duh.
Yeah.
Is purple bad? I don't know.
I don't know, but there seems to be a lot of dots connected between her and the spiders and
Checks out.
yeah.
Anvizol is red, and I am purple. Pink.
Yeah, Amazol is really red, right?
Wait, no, whoa, wait, hold on.
Not
is
lately.
Not lately. Okay.
He was really
Actually,
red for a hot second. He's cooled
No,
to a
Amazol's fine now.
like a pink now.
What about Pepler Dan?
I'm cool as a cucumber, okay?
Pepper Dan looks pretty chill. He looks pretty normal.
Hmm.
Super Tom
Okay.
though, he's a little pink boy.
Interesting. Unfortunately, I did not see a difference with the bridge, so nothing there, unfortunately. Hopefully, if we're looking for it in the future, we'll be able to identify it now that we know that there is the ability for these things to happen.
Let's hope.
Yes.
What do you think the L is wanting with us? What do you think she is wanting with me? Why here? Why now? Why bridge?
Why bridge?
She did mention something about like how she has ties to the Mind Witch, right?
She mentioned she doesn't seem very loyal to him.
Yeah. It seems like she may want to replace him with you.
Yeah, with you. Yep.
Yeah.
He just like reflexively like starts like scratching at his neck.
Yeah. Actually,
Yeah.
I'm really hoping that is something that you can get out of, because
I haven't figured out how to address curses, but I'll keep you posted.
oh,
I
buddy.
thought it was a boon. I hope it's not a curse.
I mean, they say beauty is in the eye of the beholder.
Yes. Hate those too. Well, cheat. What can we do? We will figure it out as we go.
I can agree to that much.
I think we need more clues. I don't think we can figure it out with just what we have here. I wonder if there's a way to locate. Well, no, probably not. I'm sure we'll figure it out.
Locate who?
Yeah,
What?
please.
Why?
What were you saying?
Where?
Well, I mean, definitely locate. Well, we're probably gonna want to we're gonna want to talk to Elle again, and then we'll probably
go on.
yes, and that.
And what?
Well, and eventually we have to fight. We got to face the Mind Witch guy. We're gonna have to.
Well said.
I have this new ability to talk to anyone that I have seen. It's new power I unlocked this morning. Make my nose bleed, my ears. I could probably talk to Elle, but
Anyone you've seen.
it's pretty cool. I don't remember the rules, but It's
absolutely
It's how I
wild.
talked to you this morning from the bedroom.
Yeah, you looked like you were about to pass out.
Well, I was tired, sleepy.
Okay.
That is a pretty cool power boy. It does seem like you all need to rest and recuperate before trying any experimental powers.
You can't tell me what to do now.
I would like to lay down, but where
That's
shall
not
we
lovely.
do such a sleep, even if it is small sleep?
Great question. You know, I know a
My
couple
doors are always
bakeries that we
open.
could.
Calcut chimes in, but the city is large. It's up to you all.
We could head to the war room preemptively and ask around.
Hmm.
If anyone's seen anything weird happening, other than the Scrimshaw people going crazy and, all that.
That's not bad. Well said. I'm fond of the idea of putting the time that we have to best use. I don't know what to make of the bridge, but it seems like big old MW has been very active lately. If we just wander around, we might find other traces. We could go check in with the Scrimshaw people, see how they're doing, see if they've had any more apparitions.
We could take a look at the wells. The spooky mind well.
What I was thinking for that, perhaps we could go for the long venture after our commitments in the market. Gear up as best we can, head down. I'd like to learn a little bit more before then. Should we go
Good
check on our
idea.
Scrimshaw buddies? It would be unfortunate if there were one less.
Yes, I agree.
Let's go do a quick wellness check. Hey guys, how's it going?
Sure. You want to check in on Scrimshaw, guys?
Yeah, Scrimshaw guys.
Scrimshinians.
Scrimshaw. Okay, I don't know about that.
So,
Yeehaw,
which Scrimshinian do you want to check in on? You've met a couple.
We have.
I can give you some names of some Scrimshinians.
I kind of feel like the first one that we had seen before. I believe he was thought he was like an orc that was having just like a mental breakdown. We like locked the door from the outside. I feel like he's probably pretty high on the list.
Yeah.
There was one that was like really on edge that I was like,
he was having a rough time.
Yeah.
Librigi.
Librigi. Oh boy.
Oh, Librigi. Yeah, let's see. So you guys go check on Librigi. Let's see. Where's Librigi? Here's Librigi. Looking pretty fierce.
Nice.
Fiercely emotional.
Fiercely emotional. Well said.
Yeah. Librigi answers the door at his fine little shop. Hello? Who's there?
Oh, what a relief.
Oh, it's you all. You've returned. Hello. Come in.
We're back. We wanted to check on you, buddy.
Hey, buddy.
I'm still here.
Yeah.
Still here. His shop is pretty barren. But otherwise, exactly how you left it.
Nice.
Like what, yesterday, maybe? It might have been today, I can't remember. It was yesterday, yeah. How goes the mystery? Have you learned anything?
We have learned a few things. Yes. The guy that you were carving was probably, as you know, the Mind Witch. We are sort of trying to figure out how to get to him, try to maybe figure out a way to talk to him. And then we have some concerns. We're hoping for the best, really.
Well said. Have you had any additional visions, or how have you been since we last visited? You still here? That's a plus.
Things are the same. Something did happen. Maybe you all are aware of it, maybe not, but I guess I could share. And he just kind of like looks around. You don't have any of those Mind Witch dolls on you, do you?
No, I don't think we have to worry about any of those for a good while. Collector actually decided they wanted to order in bulk, all of them, every single one.
Who?
So
Where? Who?
the Amazon's turn to look around.
Yeah.
It's the cat, like the cat.
I'll roll a history check for him. See.
A natural one.
A cat. I know not of any cats, but I believe you.
It's
believe you.
Melkushia. They're kind of the cat deity in this region.
I feel like I should know them, but
it's fine.
interesting. It's, you see, we were all meeting. It was me. It was Boobladoo, the Eternal Dude, of course. The white head of smoke follows that one. It was hard to breathe, but and then Blade Jaeger was there, Cussin, and Ben Sheeran, and we were discussing the events of yesterday, all of us together, in Ben Sheeran's shop, and all of us have, after you all bought my stock, and it seems other stock, we all swore to not make any more. That would be the end of it until this riddle is solved.
Okay.
Ben Sheeran, who has been busy gallivanting and playing music, I guess didn't get the memo, and had made one figure before stopping, not knowing why they couldn't make anything else. And this one figure, as we were discussing, your names came up, of course, when we were speaking to everyone working together to try to understand. And of course, Ben, I guess you guys didn't meet him. He wasn't really sure about what was going on, but that's when we saw it. The figurine that Ben Sheeran had crafted behind him, its eyes flared with a purple intensity at the mention of Neural's name.
Did it now? Don't love that.
We dropped the matter and destroyed the figure.
Okay.
Well,
Who did you say carved this?
Ben Sheeran.
And it flared at our names.
Its eyes flared purple.
that's a bad sign.
Well, is it though? We can't know for certain.
You know what? You're right. Him being on our tails, that is probably fine.
I mean, it's my understanding that he's basically a basement goblin nowadays. Like, I don't know if
You're
he's
right.
on our tails, but
Honestly, I'm honored.
okay, that's a bit of a stretch. What I was
No.
going to say,
I'm glad he's on our tails. I'll say it.
if we manage to get one of those figurines and it flares to our name, we might be able to pass it up. Bori, do you think you could reverse engineer it or figure out a little bit more? Use it as a beacon?
Hard to say.
We
Only
could try.
really able to see a power when it's being casted within my vision.
Hmm.
Otherwise, not sure. Like when they spoke to me through random passers-by. I did not know because I could not see.
Okay.
The day that I can means that we are close.
I see. We could try it. We don't have many other leads. I'd rather have Ben Sheeran carve a new one than going back to that cat.
Going back. We're
I'm not going back. Dang. Well,
For Bori's sake.
for Bori's sake. Where can we find this Ben Sheeran?
You guys would remember where his shop is at.
Perfect.
It's like second to last door right before Cat Alley.
Oh no. Okay. All right.
Does
Yeah.
Bori want to come with us? Or
Bori and Sandusky are like...
You know, you wait here. We'll bring him back to this shop.
All right.
Because that's a little too close to the danger zone.
Sure.
Yeah.
So, you guys wrestle up Ben Sheeran.
Yeah, if
Go
you
to
like bring your
shop.
carving tools, a chunk of scrimshaw, we'll even pay for it. You're gonna carve us something.
Yeah.
Oh my god. Oh,
Ben
oh, it's
Sheeran.
this one.
Yeah.
Oh, it's this one. That's right. We did immediately avoid this guy.
It was pretty great. You did the classic college dot.
Yep. Oh, right. Ben Sheeran. Ah, I remember him
You
now.
know, our old pal.
No.
Hey guys, saw you in front of the shop yesterday. Oh, I didn't get a chance to talk to you though, because you guys were real busy. There's a lot of cats in the alleyway. He brings a guitar. His stuff was on his back, but he brought his guitar first, his loot.
Oh my.
He would do that.
What's
yeah,
up?
that checks out.
He's got those priorities.
Yeah.
You know, Ben, we would like your assistance in a certain matter, if you wouldn't mind sparing a moment.
What you need? Hope it's music. More money in music than scrimshaw these days.
It's not.
Oh, darn.
Yeah.
Dun, dun, dun. He just...
It's the opposite actually.
It's it was our understanding that yesterday you carved a statue before you got the memo.
Oh, yeah. Felt like I should finally maybe sell something. You know? In between gigs of music right now. And, yeah, I was inspired. I guess I made this little dude. But then
pulls out the thing they
broke
said they did. Okay, there you go. All right.
him.
We'd like to. No, it's understandable. If you see something start ominously glowing and whispering people's names, usually in the right to break that. Just put that out there. It's understandable. Not be pointing fingers. We want to pay you.
I didn't see it. They all freaked out, grabbed it. It was behind me, and then they just smashed it. And I was like, "What the hell, guys? What'd I miss?" And then they're
Well,
like, "Oh, it's crazy."
Now, do you want to see it firsthand this time? We're hoping we could replicate it.
I mean, I don't know if I could make that again. I don't even know where the inspiration came from. I just felt inspired to just make this little, the Mind Witch guy that's on the
Glides
billboards
him.
and stuff.
Some scrimshaw.
I guess
Why
I was
don't you
really
just-
feeling it. And he just absentmindedly just starts going to town on this scrimshaw block. And yeah, it's obviously taking the form of the Mind Witch.
All right, Bori, don't blink. Don't even. Don't blink. Exactly.
And he's going, and it probably, like, I would say after about like 20 minutes, he's got
Nice.
a rough shape of what will be another Mind Witch doll. It's not finished yet, but he's got like the rough shape, and it's like, oh look, I'm doing it again. And he's like, I can add some more details.
Well, should we try the chant? Say some of our names. See if that works.
Yes. Let's try it out. See if it works.
All right, let's give it a look. Bori, you ready? I guess. Echo,
Will,
get out your little
what's-
crystal.
What choice we have?
Echo, get out that little crystal. There we go. Yep.
I'm
We're
looking.
gonna make it into a monocle for you. It's gonna be great.
Oh,
Sandusky.
yes.
Sandusky pulls up the gilded magnifying glass that he appropriated from the tower.
Quite.
What about this bad boy?
Sandusky, I like where you're going with this. Evazol's got his little sketch notebook. Like,
He tosses it to you gently.
oh dang. Okay, I'll look through the cool. Let's go. Yeah, I'll look through that.
So, as what's his face is just putting some more details in the background on this Mind Witch figurine, you look at this this gilded magnifying glass, very high quality, and he even procured the silver chain that it was on. He undid the silver chain instead of breaking the silver chain.
Beautiful.
So, all right. Let me find this thing real quick.
So exciting.
All right. So, on the magnifying glass, there is. Oh gosh, I have this written down, but why isn't it like popping up in front of me? Da 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 da. Ah, here we go. Okay, sorry. If you look through the magnifying glass, not even just like an actual inspection, Envisol, you
Yeah.
can clearly see that there is a 5-digit numeric string of numbers in the reflection of the of like the magnifying glass, right? So
Dang, there are some numbers in here.
yeah, and it's almost like, imagine, you know, like a holographic reflection. When you're like looking through it, you can see the numbers kind of in between whatever you're looking at and the lens itself. And these numbers, looking at them, roll me a perception check. The DC's real low because you can clearly see these numbers.
21.
21. Nice. So the numbers are 5, 4, 3, 1, 2. Okay?
That's good. Because it explodes now.
Yeah. And you can actually like hear some type of voice, like the magnifying glass is kind of speaking to you. You can hear a voice in your head.
Okay.
And it's like a neutral, ghastly voice asking, what is the sequence?
5, 4, 3, 1, 2. And it's all like, he just goes for it.
Big
Yeah.
trust.
So, roll me. Yeah.
Or nor.
Oh yeah.
Sorry. Roll me a wisdom saving throw.
Heck yeah. In a heartbeat.
Wisdom
Wisdom
saving
save
throw.
24.
Okay.
Mm.
So you beat the
Bro's
DC
wife.
of 20.
Whoa. That is a chonky ace. Okay, all right, DC, calm down.
So, you feel your body begin to transform, and then it stops as you're like, you set the magnifying glass
Amazon.
down.
Let me just make my
Amazon?
skin stop crawl. That's Amazon right now. Shooketh.
What happened?
Oh, that was a lot. So it asked for sequence, and then I repeated the sequence, and then I felt like, somebody lit a fire on the inside of me, and my skin was crawling, and I was shaking something. I haven't been this nervous since, like, I tried to talk to my crush, like, way back. But, like, it's like that feeling, but also like you're about to die.
That's crazy.
But not like in a bad way. Kind of just like you're like moving to a new. Wow, that was a lot. Yeah, I guess I should have identified what this does before I kind of just.
Yeah, Sandusky, where did you get this?
I stole it from the tower. You know,
Yeah, it's fucked.
from the library.
Could I try and figure out like could I get anything based off of like that feeling of transformation or like the like those mechanics? Like, have I felt anything similar? Have I heard stories about like that feeling or lead up? Like, is this magic? You know, right?
Maybe. So there is a chance. I'm going to say that this would be like adjacent knowledge, history save DC 20. And
That's
you might
totally
know something. Yeah.
No, that's totally understandable. 25.
25.
Let's
So-
go!
You have read about this sensation, and you're trying to extrapolate what you've read versus what you felt. It felt
Okay.
like your body was changing magically into something else.
Okay. At this point, I'm going to probably burn one of my. How you feel about me casting Identify? Because we could also line up with looking at the Scream Show, right? I would like to try and identify this little glass here.
Sure.
See what I can discern.
There are several enchantments on this magnifying glass.
Ooh.
Thank you for posting it. So, let's see. Yep. And so there are two specific spells that appear to be affecting this glass. One of them is Illusory Script.
Nice.
The other one is Animal Polymorph.
Hmm?
Huh. Okay. All right. Yeah, so this definitely would have turned me into an animal. I don't really know what kind, but I'm like, I'm pretty curious. I'm
Result?
no. Listen, we study these things under controlled environments, and you always have someone else try it first. Usually,
Yeah.
expendable.
Oh.
Sandusky's like,
Oh.
I'm sorry. I did not know it would do that.
No, Sandusky, you're great. No, you're shiny. Honestly, I poked it before I properly investigated. It's a bad habit. It's a bad habit. They always told me it was a bad habit. I'm still growing out of it. Okay, it's just I get really excited. I don't know. Okay, so that's a really weird magnifying glass. I have no idea why you would put these enchantments on a magnifying glass. Wild, absolutely wild. Animal.
So
polymorph.
I guess I should say, I forgot as a GM, the magnifying glass, it has a purpose. It's not just a magnifying glass. The magnifying glass is actually a scrying object.
Oh dang.
But when you looked through it and when you said the numbers, it didn't activate. Like there was no scrying involved. You just began to shift into something else. But after identifying it, you can clearly detect that this is an object used for scrying. And with the two enchantments on it of Illusory Script and animal polymorph.
Huh. Okay. Well, I guess I'd have to figure out what the actual password is. Very clever. Very clever. What do you think would happen if I read it backwards? No. Echo's just like, are you serious right now? Okay, later, in a safe environment.
Where we, now is not the time for crazy
Echo carries
experiments.
a fucking beaver the rest of the session. I don't know. Like the little tail slappies, like go left, go right. Little beaver tail Morse code. Let's go.
Oh my god. So true. So true. That would slap, honestly. That'd be great.
Hey, all right. So yeah,
Literally.
Amazon's just gonna use this as a magnifying glass. He's just gonna check out this. Like, we're not that spicy right now. All right. So, I guess with that, it would be good to wait till it's a little bit more detailed, and then we could start calling off our names, see how it reacts to what we get from the arcane perspective, from the psionic perspective, and from the chaos perspective. See what we're cooking.
Sure. I would say after a while, let's see. After another 6 minutes of detail work, as he kind of carves out the rough shape of this doll, puts the purple eyes on it, he says, "Okay, guys, I think it's ready. I'm going to be whipping up a tune over here if you need me for anything else."
Damn it.
Scrimshaw is boring. And he just kind of like sets it here.
Thanks, buddy.
Guess that's what you wanted. I'm the master. Let's go. Call me
Let's
if
go.
you need me.
Incredible.
And what's your take?
Which name should we start with?
Be-
We could start. Yeah, wait, what'd you say, Echo?
Oh, I was just gonna go. I just spelled out Bori's name. I did not say it out loud. I was
we
like,
couldn't
maybe.
hear.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
You spelled out Bori's name. Incredible.
Yes, like you would with a dog who's about to go on a walk.
Yeah, W-A-N.
Yeah.
Incredible.
Nothing seems to be
case,
happening.
So, Anvisol. Nothing? Let's say all the names. All right. You next.
Echo.
Wait, Bori.
Borikrios.
Oh, dang, you right. Anvisol Lenore. Silly me. Okay.
Did they refer to us by our legal full first and last names in the?
No, they didn't. In fact, maybe I shouldn't have said that. But what else should we say?
Maybe we could just do a candid appeal to the Mind Witch. Just like chat with the Mind Witch.
It's just like, hey, it me. No.
Echo, when you say that, you see the figure coalesce with red from your chaos vision.
Oh!
It's doing it. It's doing the thing. Wait, when I say what in particular makes it go off?
When you just started talking about the Mind Witch.
The Mind Witch? Okay, nice. Oh, so he's just had Cat this entire time. That's great. That's phenomenal. He's just spitting out hair every time he checks one of these. Could you imagine? Bori, you got anything on your end? I'll look at it through this little magnifying glass. See if there's any trace of Arcana shenanigans.
No, well, I mean,
no, there wouldn't be.
It's not a detect magic device.
Yeah.
But, its eyes definitely seem to be glowing a little bit more purple than like the paint that this guy put on these eyes. So
Whoa,
that's
so
something.
cool.
And it's a steady purple, like
Nice.
the eyes are open.
Oh, okay. You know, technically detect magic is a ritual. I could just sit here for a long time. I'm gonna be cooking up detect magic in the background.
Bori kind of chimes in. If he's using one of powers like mine, you may not sense any magic.
Yeah, that happened last time. I had to try. Like, I feel frustrating, Bori. What about you?
Duh.
You got anything?
Duh. I
Just
can
doing it for you, Bori.
I can try to open my mind and feel
I
feel
believe
what
you,
I
Bori.
can feel, but I don't know. I don't really have a
Bori,
way yet to detect these things. Bori, where is my sheet? I will roll an arcana, and I will pretend this arcana is for me. I rolled an 8. I suck.
Bori, no!
I sense nothing. But let me tell you, if you're listening, you stay out of my head.
Yes,
yeah,
understandable.
we
thing
wouldn't
to say.
want the mind witch being in your head, Bori. That would be terrible if the mind witch came out here and he was like, I'm gonna mind witch my way into your mind. You know, that would be horrible. We would hate that.
I was actually thinking we could go hang out at the bridge later today.
Yeah, maybe we could go to that bridge that we saw. What do we think about that? We're all in agreement here that we all saw the bridge yesterday and it was
We're
not
gonna
wiped
build
from our
a bridge
memories.
there just to spite this guy. No.
I'm gonna say that the doll actually flares a little bit more red.
Yeah,
It's
I knew it was
working.
you. Yeah, you thought you could get away from us, but we know we're on to you, all right? We're
Got you. You thought you could just change your number? No.
Yeah. Da. Let me try. Mind witch, mind witch, mind witch. Bridge. What else do you want me to say?
maybe talk about L.
I mean, that could work. We also,
You see,
know,
it's like, yeah, she was like topless, and it really made me uncomfortable because, like, I have a wife, and
Buddy.
but she really like offered up a lot of info on you that I turned down because I have wife. But
because I
and
have wife.
it's like I'm nervous. I don't know what to say.
Life good.
Echo. So you see something interesting happen. You see like an aura of the figure kind of like start seeping out of the doll. Tendrils of red. Tendrils of red, kind of like the ones that like went into Anvisal's mind. That one fateful day on Calcutt's Doom Wagon, right?
The brain stirring.
Yeah, and
The
it looks like
little
they're
martini mix.
scanning. It looks like they're scanning, right? They're kind of like crawling up around the
Echo.
walls and along the floor, and they
I want to
start
see you
crawling around you guys and just
with
kind
some
of like
chopsticks. You just.
looking for you guys. Yeah, you get them. Give them the old ramen 1-2.
God.
Like sensory
Dude.
probes, they start probing the room. They seem to not notice Bori.
That's very interesting.
They seem to
But
like get closer to this purple aura around Bori and just kind of like keep looking.
That's cool.
They're all crawling around you all, but Bori is untouched and undetected by these red tendrils. What do you see? Echo and Vessel. I'm flying blind here.
I got nothing. Echo.
Will relay what I see to the party.
Oh.
Weird stuff going on here, Bori.
You wanna pass that? Like
Yeah. Well, can I no nobody
Is it
can see
something you
the
want to
chaos.
say in front of the dog? I don't know, because you haven't said it yet.
Yeah, and I will tell you later.
Oh, interesting.
awfully suspicious, but I'm here
Am
for
I
it.
in danger?
No, Bori, you're fine. Being subliminal, like you're
Easy
good,
fun.
Bori. You in particular are safe.
Oh, I am so glad.
Hey, wait.
Yeah, sorry, Amazon. We're all maybe we should stop talking to the Mind Witch statue.
I'm gonna brush some of the. So yeah, maybe we break this.
Yeah. Yeah, maybe we break this.
Cool.
Shame.
Thanks for your help, Ben Sheeran. Sorry we had to break your second creation.
Dude, he's just like, what
Weird
is
stuff
going
going on.
on, guys?
Seriously, don't make these anymore.
Yeah. Oh gosh. Okay, so you said there were tendrils. Are the tendrils still here?
Are they still here?
No.
That would be very
When
concerning.
you
Okay.
guys broke the object, all of that chaos residual energy went away. Except for Bori's purple.
Right. Yes. Okay. So, and I'll tell them about tendrils and tell them about how they avoided Bori. But they were like,
How much? Like, are we talking like a small little radius? Are we talking like inches, feet?
it wasn't necessarily that they were avoiding him, it's just that they didn't notice him.
Huh.
Like they were sniffing at us.
Yeah.
Okay.
And the effect was like inches. Like they seemed to not.
They just didn't notice him.
Hmm.
So that's, I mean, good for Bori. You know, avoiding all the chaos stuff, but
Love to
also
be able to-
concerning in many ways.
Love to be able to replicate that, but I don't even know where I would start.
Yeah.
Like,
I don't know. Yeah, it's not a good situation, Bori. I'm really concerned about your health.
Me too. Me too. Why does everybody want to take me away to a maze and sit on me? Want to permanently tattoo me with their lips or aggressively pursue me?
There's so many ways you could have said that, Bori. And that was the best. That was the best way. Oh,
there
buddy.
is not enough Bori to go around in the world, and I am a married man.
Oh, Bori.
You are indeed a married man, Bori. Indeed.
Is this what happens to the Raven Queen's chosen? We live a life of women always chasing us. It's crazy.
Maybe, you know. I don't know much about the Raven Queen, but apparently y'all are hot commodities.
Feels weird associating that with the Raven Queen.
It does. Yeah, it really does.
Is that really like an overlap there? I don't know if that's the defining factor, Bori.
Nah. Maybe it's my beautiful hair.
Ah, maybe. Got me there.
It's probably that. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
What should we do from here?
Well, that was good information.
I agree. Means that they clearly can't see you, and that's a start.
Well, the chaos can't.
Yeah, but the chaos seems to be working in tandem with the Mind Witch, right?
L's
Right?
definitely
I'm not
L.
like
No, yeah. I think you're onto something there. I know
I mean,
L's definitely working in tandem with the Mind Witch.
true.
And also, he probably could be listening at any point.
Yeah, yeah. I still need to work on that cloak. Fit fitness.
Yeah, it's probably for the best.
Oren's gonna chime in. You know, speaking of working on things, and Razal, I was hoping to workshop with you how we perhaps do, the thing with the diamond.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
Perhaps we should consider comparing notes um, before our meeting with the War Room.
Please, we could do that now.
I am.
Head back to Calcutta. Calcutta?
Check on how things are going in the basement.
Yes, I agree. Oh goodness. Yeah, that
Blade
sounds good to
Jaeger
me.
chimes in, and he says, "Go get it! Buy some! Leave! Now!"
Goddamn Blade Jaeger. We're going! God! No. Incredible.
Hey man, they're just kids, dude. Don't worry about it, man. He's just angry. Oh, the eternal dude. And they bid you adieu.
Very good.
Nice.
I will bring you all somewhere else. But where?
The basement.
The basement.
The basement.
Dude, I love the art for the basement.
It's really cool.
It's so pretty, yeah.
Okay, so it was like that, but made of some sort of metal alloy, significantly smaller, but more explosive. I tell you, it was amazing. It was incredible. We almost died. However, we didn't. And the knowledge we
yes,
have is
we
now. However, we didn't. Incredible. All right.
I will say that as you
Do you want me
guys
to
go and check on the
drag and
basement,
drop a couple ghouls down here?
yeah, you can put 2 ghouls down here. They have been working today and some of last night, excavating tirelessly. And you know what? They're putting in some good work.
Let's go.
You can see.
Just give them some leftovers every now and again.
Yeah, exactly.
From a distance.
Oh god.
Starting to see more of the arm exposed, and it's similar details. And you just continue to get like the scope of this huge thing.
Oh, so cool.
Yeah. And it's not like the ground is super hard or super rocky. It's just no one's really.
It's just a lot of work.
Excavated this entire thing. Yeah, it's a lot of work. And yeah, so you guys are here, and Oren's like, yeah, can you show me a little bit about I don't know. He starts asking like, what do you know about magic and necromancy and runes, and how do you plan on casting Revivify, for example? How do you cast that?
My intention, in theory, is I'm gonna try it. So the way that my magic works is you first need a catalyst. The world can be broken down into a series of expressions, be that certain colors, certain angles, certain shapes, certain runes of power, so to speak. And the way that you bring them together, I for example, this one here, and Embazol's going to draw like a quick little shape. This represents fire, and then when he finishes it, like a small little bonfire on the area. Like this rock is literally on fire. This shape here represents wind. This shape, and once you have the fundamentals down, you can start to make more and more complex shapes. The trick is they draw from what is around them. You cannot create something from nothing. That is not how this world inherently works. There always has to be a catalyst, be it one's own strength or the immaterium, the things that we do not understand, the surroundings, creating similar to alchemy in some ways. For the dead, with my experience working under the Raven Queen, adjacent to the Raven Queen, I still don't understand my role in all of this. However, it's clear that the souls of the departed are transient. They're not going to where they should be as quickly as they should be, or they're not going to the right places. There's all of this mix-up happening. But if you are familiar with the creature, you have the physical shell that tethers its soul to this mortal plane. If you have the catalyst, which is the body, and you have a means of trapping and locking the soul, think of it as... Have you ever drowned? Anyone here? That's kind of a heavy question.
Almost, but not quite.
Okay. Do you know of anyone who's drowned? Sorry if that brings up bad memories. Okay, so what happens when you drown? And then Vizal will basically go over briefly, like, so your body shuts down, you black out. And when you resuscitate someone, it is the process of clearing the body and bringing them back to life, right? Restarting the brain, restarting the heart, like draining the lungs. So one would need some powerful enough magic to close the wounds while tethering the soul of the person, their consciousness, back into their body. I've never found a material strong enough to tether the energy from even just a single unshackled soul. Now that we've used them as a weapon, as a gate, as a stopper, I recognize how much latent potential there is. And so I went to the strongest material that I know of, which is diamond. I figured it would be more accessible than adamantine.
Makes sense. So
this is life. This is
This is
unlife. They're very similar, but if you botch the penmanship, you get that. Like points at the goal. Some of the earlier trial runs were catastrophic at best.
So interesting. I have told you that I too am dabble in some necromancy.
You do.
I can't get it to work, and I fear the same will befall you if you try to link a soul back to a body that has recently left. And I think it has something to do with what you mentioned about this spirit continuum, which I am not very knowledgeable about, but I think they're connected. I think the same reason that I can't bind a soul to a creature that has passed, or even bring one back from the dead, is the same reason that you are only able to unleash this latent power with names and runes. So my question to you, as a fellow scholar, I am not educated in the collegiate sense.
You have experience. You have lived knowledge. That much is valuable.
How can I do what you do, or how can we do it together?
I would need to know more about how your raising of the dead works. It sounds like you just do it.
Right, but the principles should be the same at the end of the day. Right? I feel like it should work the same. Maybe it doesn't. But if I can't reach the spirit continuum, even if the soul is willing, if it cannot reach me, you have reached the spirit continuum. I have not.
Okay.
I feel like something you have is what knowledge I need to make this work for the both of us. How have you done it?
So far, and Amazon's he's got copies of all of this in his notebook.
you
He's
do.
like, oh, this one is railgun. This one is like stopper, like locking something in place. I think this is the closest thing that we have right now to binding a spirit to something. This is the rune work that I was using in my theory for bringing something back from the dead. Something that I'm worried about. Yes, I can reach the spirits. I can find them, at least a portion of their energy. I don't know if they will come back the same, and I don't possess the ability to mend the possible wounds. Right? If we bring the spirit back into an already dead corpse, like what good is that? I still don't quite understand the physiological factors of starting the heart again, starting the brain again, like getting the lungs, bringing oxygen into the body. I don't. You seem to have a much better working with bodies. I can do that. Like
In theory,
points at the
yes.
ghouls.
Yeah.
But I have a much better understanding and grasp of the tether. So I believe we may be able to work together.
Which rune were you putting forward? The one that you said that you think this is the best bet.
So the
you
best
had all three of
bet.
them out.
Yeah. So the best bet, I think. So there's the fucking crazy spirit gun, which is just blow them up. There's the. I'm having troubles remembering the second one.
It's all right. There is the ceiling one.
The ceiling, yeah, the
That
ceiling one, and then
bed.
what was the third? Yeah, of this.
Yeah, this exactly.
Literally,
that was what you
this.
sketched off of this.
Yeah. So the rune of sealing, I believe, could serve as a basis if we use the body as the catalyst and the sealing addressed to the soul. If we somehow manage to mix that with what we're seeing here, though I don't believe the runes here translate to flesh, from my research. It would be great if we were trying to trap a soul to some animated armor, but I could imagine that would be quite jarring for the host to lose their senses. And
he's gonna look at your runes, and he's gonna roll some stuff. He'll ask you explain this rune to me. Explain each of these runes to me. The different stages. What do they have in common? What do they have different?
Yeah, absolutely. I can do that. Technically speaking, this is rune work. Do you want me to roll like a history with advantage? I'd have it.
Yeah, you can either roll history with advantage, or there's some. As a GM, I have told you the information that you need. So it depends on you can use both.
Yeah. Squints. Pull 3 runes. Okay, so there was 3 runes establishing. The first 3 here are about establishing the connection to the spirit continuum. The next discusses a method for channeling and transferring souls into a container. It's the container in this case was just exploding things, right? Channeling something into a breach. The sealing rune, however, it was channeled into an entire form. It was connected in that way. The third seems to be made of sending the essence of a soul into a construct or an entity, like taps the paper. Like that one seems really good, like a really advanced version of animation. I'm gonna roll history check. Let's see here. I'll keep looking through my notes in the meantime. But let's see how this done does. 27.
So he locks on to this thing that you mentioned about the runes. You saying that each of these 3 runes start with the process to make a connection to the spirit continuum?
To the spirit continuum, yes.
Because that's what I'm missing. I can't get a soul through. The way is blocked.
Yeah, the literal meaning of these translates to tapping into the spirit continuum, channeling that and redirecting it. It seems to be the foundation of all 3 of these.
And how would you make a glyph of Revivify, for example? He would just ask you to draw one.
Yeah, Amazal draws his best working theory, which basically, of course, starts with those first 3 runes of tapping into the spirit continuum. And then it would be the channeling something into a shape. And then the third one would basically be an outlier rune of the basic shape of like a body. Like this would need to be drawn in the moment. To show the container would be the creature. I don't expect this one to work, but this is the general gist. You tap into the spirit continuum. You trap the soul. Of course, the name of whoever died would go here. You need to be as specific as possible. And then the last step would be designating where you're trying to bind it. In theory.
Echo, do you want to test it out? Just kidding.
I'm sorry?
Goes just like, you nerds. This is a great. I love how green this statue is. Maybe he's gonna be sniffing around, seeing if he can range anything in here.
Do it.
Let's go.
Any living creatures.
Roll me survival.
That's really funny. You're just over the corner fighting like a crazy centipede. Like an 8-foot long centipede of doom. You're just fighting for your life.
Bro.
13? Question
You
mark?
find a big fat rat.
Yeah. Great.
Sandusky's like, my cousin!
Nice. I'll give this rat a morsel, a crumb from my pack. Let him be on his way while you 2 are nerding out.
Echo's just at the party petting the dog. Like,
Oh no.
Literally.
that's great. I love that. I love that for you. Incredible.
I think we have a working theory. Oops, I didn't mean to post that. I accidentally clicked on one of Oren's spells.
No, you're good.
We're not raising anyone from the dead just quite yet.
Oh no, the rat bear Echo. He's got the lockjaw. We need to.
So,
fever.
Oren, I think I have a working theory that if you needed to use Revivify, that if you can runically establish a connection to the spirit continuum, and
I
if
can
you
do that
have
much.
Their name.
Oh, ooh, okay. Gonna be asking a lot of people's names.
This is just what I have so far, based on what you've told me. I think that's the part that I'm missing. And I think the same could apply to me if there is a way for me to do or use what you do. Can only you do these runes? How do those work? Echo, have you ever used one of Anvizal's runes?
I can't say I have, but it sounds like an awfully fun Sunday afternoon activity, Anvizal.
I've studied for most of my life. I will say it takes a steady hand. If you draw any of these even slightly wrong, for example, if here, let me show you. And he'll take like a little rock. So you draw it like this, and this is the rune for flight, for levitation, a like kind of like leaves it, and it's like suspended in air. Now, if you take this line and you make it just slightly too long, and he'll like etch it, and it goes ricocheting and flying into the far wall, and just boom.
I wish
So
there
you're
was.
saying I can't just do runes?
Well, I'm not saying you can't. I'm saying I'd want to start from the basics. It can be very dangerous. There's a lot.
Mhm. I do know how to
need
cast
it.
spells.
You need a catalyst, and then you need ink from the silver quill tree, and I'm running. Like,
You know, when I was in Thraxis, the Sunken Citadel, there was a young fish maiden, if that's a thing. I don't know. She was trying to figure out how to make runes out of pressurized water. She wasn't doing a good job, but she was trying. It was
equally
interesting.
fascinating. Shame
Something
I didn't
about like
encounter.
jets of
Yeah, pressurized water. I think we have encountered that before.
Yeah, I used that to cut the heart of a mimic ship
What?
out. Yes, it works phenomenally. You would not believe it. Requires water pressure, so you have to be underwater and then nurse
makes
out
sense.
for a cut. Like,
So, I wish there was a way to test this morally.
it's an incredibly expensive thing to test. I would feel significantly more comfortable if we were able to confirm that it works before we
Yeah.
needed it.
Yeah, because
However,
you're saying expensive, but also like ethically like horrendous, right? Because we'd have to find a dead person.
that's in the eyes of the beholder.
That's what I was talking about.
Yeah.
The ethics.
Well,
Bori pauses.
everyone dies
Da.
eventually.
Everybody dies.
We just need to be in the right place at the right time.
In fact, my babushka in Osmigroth said, Bori, one day you're gonna die. One day you're gonna be old and you're just gonna die. And that's life. So live a good life and then die. And that really spoke to me. But beside the point, we found something in the Temple of the Raven Queen. We found a rock, and he holds up this chunk of yellow porous rock that he had broke off one of the altars.
Nice.
In the Temple of the Raven Queen in the first session or second session.
Rocket stone. All right.
This rock. Remember when we went on the Bori bus?
I
At the bottom of the lake. Now, we've been on the Bori bus a couple times, but we went on the Bori bus. There were curses, and dead fish people, dead merfolk people, right? And this rock was harmonizing with those spirits.
I actually didn't think about that. You're right.
Bori wondering, could this rock work instead of a diamond?
Holy sh!
Oh.
Oh, I didn't
Great.
even think about. Well, okay. In my defense, I have no idea what substance that even is. Like,
Rock from Crazy Raven Queen Temple.
Yeah, that's definitely a rock from Crazy Raven.
Don't know either. Been in my
Um,
pocket the whole time.
can I see that for a second?
Da.
He's never gonna see that rock again.
You can roll me a wisdom saving throw in, Vizal. The DC's low.
No. 22. Wow, nice.
Yeah. Nothing bad happens.
That's good.
Great.
I just
I'm glad
realized
to hear that.
these ghouls that I summon, they literally have more health than me.
Rip. Absolute rip.
Life of a wizard is unforgiving.
Don't
It
look
is
at
a
me the
Meals.
wrong
thankless
way. I'll
job.
crumple. I'll fold. Incredible. So, we can try it. We can absolutely try it. I'm a little worried that it might be consumed. How many of these do you have? Is it just this?
Just the one.
It might be stable enough.
This rock is about the size of, like, if you broke the corner off of a desk, for example, and that corner was like the size of like an open notebook, right?
That's a very specific measurement. Now we're getting into those American measurement systems.
Sorry.
No, it's that tracks. Okay, so pretty sizable.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
I guess depends on how valuable this piece of rock is and how good it work for soul stuff.
Well, the good news is we happen to be in the largest market this side of like anywhere, apparently, on this forsaken island. Maybe we could appraise it, especially at the market tomorrow. If we could figure out how much this is worth, I can pretty accurately assume how much I will need to make a rune that would hold a humanoid soul. Wow. I never even thought about the weight of different souls. Okay, if one of us, at least big enough to hold one of us. Not saying that it will be. Oh my god.
Enzo.
No, that's not what. Okay. Let's just get it appraised tomorrow. There's a lot of trouble that happens. If we can make it so we don't have to use this whole thing, that will allow me to use just enough to study and confirm, or I guess reject the hypothesis, that we will be able to bring someone back. I'm not saying we're going to go kill somebody. However, we are in a city where everyone open carries. There's bound to be an accident. We'll have our chance. I feel very confident about that. And if we can confirm that, we can go from there. We should be shiny.
The city scares me.
Huh. Yeah, Calcut, you are incredible for living here. Like you, I don't know how you do it.
I hide in my room a lot, actually.
we're gonna fix that.
So,
I'll get sorry, straight face it. I'll get Daddy Splinter Shaft's approval first.
Big Daddy Splinter Shaft.
Big Daddy Splinter Shaft's approval.
Daddy's home.
Oh my goodness. Incredible.
So do you guys want to go on a little breaky break?
This is a pretty good time.
Cool. Do you guys
I go get myself some ice cream.
We'll cut the scene at Atreus Splintershaft comes downstairs and shows up, and Daddy's home.
Daddy's home. Dang it! All right, we'll be back soon.
Yo, Sharkbait, how much time you got left? What's good? What's good? Mm. It's okay, man. Memories are complicated. Just give me one band that's going to define the rest of this decade. One band. Mm-hmm. That's comforting. Sorry, I may have been a little shit in my youth. It's because I was clinically insane, right? The doctors say so. Dr. Sharkbait. Do we like it? It's funny how we get to adult before it finishes, too. It's like, no, 18. That's the year. Figure it out. And you're like, really? You want to give me like 7 more years? It'd be kind of cool. Better figure it out. Better grow that lobe. Yo, I feel that. It's different. Alright. I'll take us back off break screen. Welcome back, everyone. Witness me. When I say witness me, what I really mean is just be present for story time. Maybe. But welcome back. We actually I should probably check in with you guys before I jump into anything else. How long are we playing for tonight? What are you guys feeling?
Maybe a little bit longer. I do have to be up quite early tomorrow.
Just a smidge. I'm good.
Just a smidge.
Continuing, like an hour. Shark bait. What are you feeling?
Yeah, that sounds pretty good.
Cool.
Okay.
So, Big Daddy Azrock, or not Azrock, sorry, he's dead. Big
Oh,
regular Daddy Atreus.
So true.
Shit.
too
I'm
soon.
sorry, little one. Big Daddy, little Daddy Atreus comes in. Hello, everyone. How's it going?
Ooh, I think we're onto something. We're doing. We're doing.
We're doing. And
They almost died. But other than that, all right.
okay, sounds like a good fight. Good memory, right? Right? Almost dying is an adventure in and of itself every time. What are you working on?
I'm gonna look at Orin really quick and like, do we have the? Yeah, Orin's part of this project. Do we have the go ahead to loop in Big Daddy Splinter Shafts?
Big Daddy. And what? Orin gives you a nod.
Okay. We are looking into how the runes we see here and how the connection to the spirit continuum might be used to trap and bind a soul of a recently deceased. looking to raise the dead. Not like them, but like actually cognizant, fully functional, trap the soul.
Yeah, Oren gave me the brief on that. I think it's another one of those scenarios where I will trust you. I don't quite understand it, but I will trust you. Bringing the dead back. In the spirit of the Meldiha, what do you know? Can it be done?
Oh. Have you ever seen a rock like this? Can I give him a little angle on it? How much would you say this rock would be worth? You've been around here a long time.
Yeah. Let's see if Atreus knows what that is. That's a intelligence, right? History.
Yeah. It's pretty good.
I don't know the name, but I've heard mention of a yellow rock in our history. However, it is not our family's history, so I do not know. How does one say it? It is not my field. I don't really know what my field is. Fighting?
This is your field. Gestures at the
Yeah.
giant mech. Like,
This is literally, this is your backyard, right? Your basement.
Yeah.
this is quite clearly your field.
Okay, this is my field.
Personally,
That's fine.
I think you should invest a little more into it. I don't think everybody has ancient relics like tied to the spirit continuum just sitting in their property.
Yeah. I'm picking up what you're putting down. The point
Gotta
is,
get on this.
I am aware that that is something that someone might know. I know that someone might know. Here. That's what I know about that. That someone is not me. But
very good.
that is knowledge in and of itself.
I'll bring it to the markets.
Shrugs.
Yeah. Drugs.
The
I'm sure we can
information
find someone.
that I saw a Yellowstone referenced in was old. Very old.
How? Okay. All right.
Ancient Calgelly old.
Like
Markets.
Bloodfang old? Are you kidding? Are you kidding?
Look, the Bloodfangs are the ones who had the power to imbue
That's
the
right.
power of
You have me there.
into objects. We, my bloodline, merely had the ability to make a connection with the spirit continuum, to open it up, to let out some of the pressure. What was done with that energy was left to the Bloodfangs. We worked together in the past.
Interesting. Well, I'm in a very precarious place right now. If you all are the key, and the Bloodfangs are supposed to be the pen, I can do that. Ooh. All right. That's good to know.
What do you mean?
I mean, you said that you are able to make the connection to the spirit continuum. That's been in your bloodline, correct?
Yes.
And the position of power held by the Bloodfangs, and the reason why they've been so pivotal in history is that they could then shape that power. And that is something that is unique to their family, correct? That's not something that you've done, Splinter Chefs?
Unique to the family, yes. The reason that they were in charge in the past, not entirely. A portion, but yes.
Okay. Well,
So you can do what they can do too. Is
I
that what you're
have
saying?
I have done it more than once, so I'm under the impression I can.
Just kind of like Sussy walks over to you and just arm like gently and just kind of like
I lifted that silverware. Barely.
And you, Echo, are you in on this? Can you do these things too?
Echo's just a threat to everyone around them. In the best way.
Well, I can help. I've been known, in the past to be an excellent marksman, so,
How long
yeah,
ago?
you could
No.
say could
Sorry.
could say that I've hit a couple of shots in my day. I would,
This is why elves are known for legendary marksmanship. They just live so long they eventually get that one.
They get better.
ratio
Same.
eventually evens out, but they're just so bad at the
They're
beginning.
just terrible.
Right.
They're the worst. But they just fire so many shots that
Yeah, in comparison to like anyone else, I probably hit more shots. Not proportionally, but
if we're talking about quantity.
in quantity only. I have definitely been piecing things together, shall we say. However, I myself cannot do this kind of rune magic that Ambazal can.
Well, I mean, not with that kind of attitude you can't. It just takes a bit of but
You're so right. You know what? Next time, just let me do it.
okay. Well, I mean, no.
Let me fire the gun, the mega gun.
You know what, Echo? I think that is an admirable idea. In fact, I know somebody who we plan on meeting tonight that could help that to become a reality.
Yes.
Now, it has to go well for this to be a thing, right? All right, Echo? Like, we got to be presenting our best at this meeting. I'm just saying, this is an important client.
Meeting?
And,
And
later this evening.
Atreus leans in. You know?
No, what?
Echo.
And Basal leans in.
Echo, roll me a perception.
Suss him out.
It's
Both of us?
no Echo.
No, it's on you.
I'm gonna give Echo
It's
this
on
one.
you.
This one's an Echo sensitive one.
Percepi. Ah, 9.
Very
Dude,
good.
I'll give it to you with a 9. You've been hanging out with your boy long enough to know when his ears perk up over something interesting.
My boy.
Yeah, his little pointy ears, right? They turn a little red when he's when he's like
That's great.
when he's sussing, and as soon as the meeting was mentioned, his ears kind of popped up a little bit.
Wait, Atreus's ears popped up a little bit?
Oren's,
Orin's.
your boys.
Oh, does Orin not know about the meeting?
Oren said something about needing to go to the war room.
So yeah, that's right.
Oren's just gonna chime in. Yeah, we were gonna head over to the war room this evening, right, guys?
Yes.
Yeah.
Atreus just kind of cocks his head. So you were invited too. To the war room.
Yes, we were also all invited collectively with our friend Orin.
He's genuinely asking a question. I guess I'm curious. Yeah, do you what's so Echo says yes. I imagine this all comes at the same time, right? Echo says yes. What does Anvazal say?
Absolutely. We have a meeting later this evening in the war room.
Orin says, "Yeah, we do." Let's see what. Let me see if Freemy is reading the room. We'll see what everybody and Bori. We'll see what would Bori say. Bori would probably go with you guys. Nah, but meeting. We were invited to the war room.
I like that we're all just a bunch of like Spider-Mans pointing guns at each other.
Holy crap,
Yeah,
that wisdom.
That was Freemy. Freemy's like, war room. We were invited. And Atreus just says, then it is so. There will be much to discuss. I have just been recently made aware myself. I will see you later. And he turns and he walks out of the room. Clearly, something's on his mind.
Really wish you would have elaborated. Ori, I don't read minds. Do you know what that was about? For anybody? I feel like this is not the meeting I scheduled. Like, no, but not everybody in the room would know about it. Let's see. Orin, please, help a fellow scholar out.
I am not allowed to say.
Oh, okay. That's pretty spicy. But you invited us?
I know. But I was hoping that you all would come.
We were going to go.
Or that's an invitation.
I think you would be there regardless. I think you are now expected.
So you can't say who invited you or what the meeting is about or anything like that?
No.
I was also gonna like lean over to Echo, like, does he always do this? He's like,
Bro, I don't know. I guess.
You know what? Play along. Maybe he just wants to surprise you. It's fine.
Oh, right. Yes. Okay, I guess we'll have to see who we're meeting at the war room.
Yep. Meeting at the war room.
We'll be meeting at the war room.
We'll be meeting at the war, like totally off vibes. Like,
we'll be meeting at the war room.
Yeah, meeting at the war room. See you there. It's totally wrong.
Orin's got like the complete opposite. He's like, we will be meeting at the war room.
Yeah.
At the war room.
Oh, goodness.
And I don't know. I
kind of like to get a nap in.
Let me check something real quick.
It's been a long day. Okay.
It's been a long day.
Echo, you've been like walking around eating pastries all day. You gotta be sleepy.
You're so right. All of that. I'm having a sugar crash actually right now. So yeah, I could definitely go for a quick nap.
I feel like, yeah. I think when we get to the war room, I'll be able to talk about it.
Very good. Okay.
Are you just like not able to talk about it, or are you like not able to talk about it? You know what I'm saying?
I would prefer that I there is a way that one can help keep a secret when it is of most importance. No. And he's just like trying. He's like,
Blink twice if you're being held at wand point or something like that.
I can't tell you right now. Other
Wink,
than that,
wink.
I willingly accepted circumstances to protect a secret. But I can't talk about yet. He's like trying to tiptoe past something in his mind, like.
This meeting should be very interesting then.
You can just like see him like he's got like some like pouty face emotions in the background. It's gonna be fine. It's gonna be fine.
Incredible.
I'm sure we'll all know in a little bit. I wish I could tell you. I'm so sorry.
Fine. It's fine. You know, it's just... It's fine. It's fine. I'm sure it's fine. Figure it out. We'll figure it out.
It's not bad yet.
We'll play it by ear.
Yeah. Do you think there's enough time to like catch a wink? Like what time is this this meeting in the war room? Time is
It's in a few hours.
fucked.
Past dusk. So about 8 maybe? That
Is there
when
like
we are expected.
is there like a okay. Okay.
What do you need?
Sleep mostly.
Oh, that's easy.
And time to prepare. It sounds a little lot, and I've used up a lot of my runes, and it takes time to sketch those out and
No,
store.
I got you. It's
I
fine.
got you. Hold on.
You-
Does he
you need-
does he indeed got me?
You need rest?
I could use some rest.
Where do you want to rest?
Preferably in a bed. We
Do I have a room yet? He's just like...
Yeah, I don't think we're in...
Crap!
let's go get some rest. Calcut.
I'm using your room, Echo. That's fine. It's fine. I don't need a room, Calcut. I remember.
You know, you don't kick in your sleep, and that's the the main thing that I'm worried about. So we're chilling.
I tell you what, Anvizal, if you tuck yourself in, I will come say goodnight to you, and you'll have some rest. How's that? Is that fair?
That sounds kind of nice, actually. Calcut, you wanna come to bed? Like you.
I'm sure maybe we should all have some sleep before whatever my father's talking about. Maybe he'll tell me.
Absol's just quietly.
Orin's like, maybe he'll tell me. Orin's like, can't. Sorry.
Yeah,
I like my brain right now.
lips. Real spicy gas, incredible. I'd prefer my brain solid, not liquid, thank you. In terms of states of matter, gaseous is not one of them.
My brain.
My brain.
Secrets,
Wait,
people.
what are you-
Secrets.
Look
And,
with your special eyes.
Yeah. So he walks up. Invizol, can I come in?
Yeah. Open.
This heavy blanket. He just kind of picks it up and like drops it, like not thinking, like on your chest.
It was all like.
Sorry. And he just kind of like taps you. Good night.
Let's go. Amazol is like cognizant, aware, ready, content in his lane to just out.
Gives you a boop.
Oh no.
You just echo. You hear a knock at your room. Echo, I'm back.
Oh man.
How's it going?
Great. He's gonna be rubbing like ash on himself or something he picked
God,
up like
you
off the
what?
street.
What are you doing?
He's like a chinchilla. He needs to take like a dirt bath every once in a
It's a
while.
stinky boy.
It's too clean for his liking.
Incredible.
I'm
What
just
the heck?
sitting on the bed next to you. I had a fun day. I had a fun day with you today, Echo.
Me too. I had a great time.
Yeah.
That stuff you hear and then you wake up and they're not there.
Yeah.
Left a note out grabbing milk. Like,
Is there
don't-
something you want to talk about?
think things are about to change. A lot.
Like in a bad way?
I don't know. I hope not. I don't know all the details, and I can't talk about it yet, but I think that our days of carefree enjoyment are coming to an end. But I have cherished these memories, these moments, and no matter what happens, I'll never forget.
But you just got here.
Yes. And I plan on staying.
That's good news. Kind of sounding a little bit doomy there. I hope that you will continue traveling with us.
In my name.
Yes, it is. It literally is. It is in your name.
Let's get some rest. We have much to discuss.
Sounds good.
And with that, he says, "Oh, by the way, this was stuck to your foot. Is this important?" As you were chinchillaing, there was a piece of paper stuck to your foot. It was another note. You must have trampled on it at some point in time. It looks to be similarly folded to the first note that you found.
Boy.
At the beginning of the session. Doth thou read it?
I do. I do read it.
I don't.
All right. This one is a little longer than the other one. It's got drippings on it, like if somebody took a quill pen and they like blotched on the paper while they were writing, but it's not ink. It's sticky, and it's like tar almost. Like drippings of tar on it. The letter reads, like the tar was sticking to your foot. And you kind of peeled it off. Master, today your humble student fears he cannot practice the expanse bore techniques. I must come clean. 7 times have I taken the demon's name in vain. 7 times has the weight of my hubris sunk my soul into the miry pit of suffocating despair. I have not known a greater pain than now, as the ichor of my sin pushes out of my every pore. If I triumph, I shall return to your divine teachings. I pray for strength to endure. I pray I will not be reduced. That was weird.
Yeah. You seeing this? Does
You find the
this?
weirdest stuff in this place.
Yeah. Oh, tell me about it, bro. We've been nonstop.
First, the
Yeah.
guy that gets chased by 50 cats. His weird letters. The tower. I mean, luckily we weren't there for the tower. It sounds like they really screwed the pooch on that
The
one.
bridge,
But,
the
yes,
whole
the bridge.
entire.
The
Yeah.
bridge that didn't exist. But I remember
I'm
the bridge just
still-
fine. It was a good bridge.
You should have been there for the ship mimic. That was crazy. That was insane.
I don't know. Don't know if I wanted to be there for that, but
No, you didn't. What do you make of this letter? Is this? I don't think I understand. Maybe Amazon would.
I don't either. It sounds like someone's just trying to write to their master or something. I wouldn't want to be them, but I don't know. I don't know what to say.
Just, the first time I kind of wrote it off, but now the second time is kind of weird, right? Like it's a weird coincidence.
Weird. I can say with certainty that I have no knowledge of it being relevant to any of our walks in life.
Okay. All right. Cool.
I 100% certainty. What I know has nothing to do with any of this.
All right. Well, I hope the student is doing well.
I don't think they
I
are.
hope they figured it out. I hope, I hope everything turns out okay for them, because by the sound of this letter, it sounds like it's going downhill steep, and that's not a great place to be in.
Yeah. But let's get some rest. And we'll talk soon. Okay? And he kind of lays down, and as the sun's setting, you can almost feel a breeze, actually, blowing through the open window. The curtains kind of flare up a little bit. Anvizal, you're 10 minutes has passed. So, like, you're around.
Up. Yeah, I feel amazing.
As you're kind of, like, waking up from your cat nap, and you can choose if you want to, like, rest or prepare something. You hear the sound of thunder in the distance as the sky darkens, which the sun is setting, so you expect the sky to darken. The sky is looking actually kind of like the clouds on your avatar background right now.
That's not what clouds are supposed to look like.
Yeah.
That's what
Hey, Sam.
Amazon, he's like, hey now.
These guys have to do. If they have this, and then they go up in those strong meats. It's so Johnny. They're so big on here.
Oh, yeah, you're talking about veins. When somebody lifts weights, you can see their veins. Mm-hmm.
So true.
That's cool, buddy. Love you, buddy. Bye.
Incredible.
Join me for another fact of science and life. I, Dr. TwoHands, will administer facts with these two hands.
So true.
So, this roiling storm is starting to brew, and it's high in the atmosphere. Thunderheads, dark, casting long shadows in the sky because the sun is behind them. You ever see a dark cloud? It's dark because the sun is kind of like behind it, casting a long shadow as it sets. And as you guys are either drifting off for your nap or waking up from your cat nap, you can see the lightning strikes inside this roiling dark thunderhead. And it's flashing, and you're hearing booms. And there's no rain, And the storm's up high in the sky in the distance, but you can hear it. And the thunder strikes start to sound like the throngs of battle. The thunderous claps turn into rings of a giant sword, and the chomping and gnashing of great teeth. And everyone roll me a perception check. You too.
Heck yeah.
Because the storm, I'm assuming this storm has at least captured your attention.
It sounds crazy. Absolutely. Perception's gonna be a 20 dirty.
Nice.
16 for shark bait.
Also
You guys-
solid.
Both can see it in the storm. And like as you're just continuing to watch the storm in silence, right? Just with the uncertainty of the very immediate future dawning, you can see a reflection, a silhouette in the sky in the storm. And you see what appears to be like a feminine-looking warrior in armor with a giant sword, holding the sword like this, one arm on the grip and one arm on the back of the blade, fending off a giant maw, a giant mouth closing. And you can see that the sword is in the maw, blocking it from closing. And they're
Mess
in a
him up!
deadlock. The storm begins to fade.
That would be so silly. I'm over here, silvery barbs! No.
Hope it helps!
That's terrible. That's really, yeah. So Amazon's gonna go tearing down the hallway, probably to Echo's room, like, you see that? Doesn't even knock.
You see that?
Doesn't
Echo's
even
already sitting up,
specify.
he's like,
Whoa! He's getting fucking pog face.
What does it mean? Or it's like, I see it, I don't get it.
who is that? What's happening?
I don't know, it's crazy!
Is it like beginning to rain? Like, is it affecting the surrounding area?
Starts
No.
raining blood.
It just
Oof.
looks like there's just something wild happening, either behind the storm or you're seeing it through the storm. But yeah,
Crazy.
just this warrior, bigger than life, holding a sword, fighting this giant maw that's trying to close around it.
Alright, that one's going in the notebook. Got my, like, little charcoal kit. Roll that baby across the floor. Done.
Do we know who the figure is at all?
You might.
Crazy.
I mean, who do you think it is? Do you have any guesses?
Lady with the sword.
This, with a 16 and a 20, you can see that this figure silhouetted in the storm has wings.
So cool.
No. I'm searching my brain. The synapses. I'm firing.
They do be a firing, though. Evazol's got nothing. He's like, yeah, swords, like...
The wings of a raven? Mayhaps? Does she look queenly?
I'd say with a 16, she could look queenly.
Dang. Okay, alright. Well, I'm changing this on my notes to giant raven queen figure.
What is she fighting?
Oh,
A
that is
beast.
almost certainly chaos that we had seen. When we were on the train, you remember? It was
Yes,
like
and I was there, and I remember.
it was like 14 miles wide. So like it was just nuts. Like absolutely.
Oh, yeah. Ugh. Oh,
It was like its diameter was like bigger than my entire hometown.
so that's bad, is what you're trying to tell me.
Well, I mean, they did send a message saying they broke through. Try and hold them off as long as possible. Ooh,
Yeah.
It just feels a little more real.
Yeah, this is really bad. Actually, I hope we can get there in time. I know we have like a contracted work position.
Ooh, okay.
But-
You have a contract. Oh no, I mean, okay, this
No.
contract. Now I see. Okay, okay. No, so sorry. I thought I meant like your connection to Raven Quit. Like you and Bori, you've been like all about that. I don't know. I'm still on the fence.
No, I'm talking about like the auction. Like we're
No, yeah, no, I get you. Right. You
yeah,
got me.
yeah.
Okay. Adjust captain's hat. Probably still has a face on it. Like, no. So, guess that puts things into perspective. What's the worst that could happen in the war room?
Surely that'll be a normal encounter.
You know, normal for us,
Shall we?
shall we? Yeah, at the same time, we shall.
The door busts open. Bori comes in. Guys, the sky.
Yeah. Yeah, it was wild. Did you see her wings?
Yeah.
Yeah, just like a raven's. Bori, what do you think it means? Let's hear it. Let's hear those
Means-
series.
We're in trouble.
Yeah, I mean, okay, Bori. That's true, but
You right. You
I'll,
right.
I'll turn my notebook and like show the little sketch that Emphazol's like we're gonna like,
Somebody left this note on for us at the estate.
oh.
Didn't get a chance to how do you do Russian help? Did not get a chance to see who left the note. But it said meet at war room.
Yeah. Let's head over.
Another invitation to
This is
me
going
at
to be a wild night.
This one is addressed to Stormcross.
Oh, nice. Feels good.
We are invited.
so there's
Really adjust captain's head? Whoa!
You can see Atreus is like getting ready.
Nice.
And he's like he's wearing something really fancy.
Ooh.
And he's getting dressed slowly and solemnly. Yeah, it's almost like he's got like his dress blues on. Yeah.
I just got the image of Atreus like getting dressed in his finest like silks, and then the camera pans over it. And it's Anvizol in a captain's hat and me covered in just dust.
Shit.
You know you got
Bori like still bloodied and like and
caked cat fur on blood. Just whoo. We are the storm crows.
no,
You know
we're
what?
rough and tumble.
You know what? Anthazol's actually, he's gonna like find the nearest pillow and he's gonna hit you a few times with it. Like you take a carpet outside and you hit it.
Roll me a fate 20.
No! No, like this. It's a 14, it's not
do it.
bad.
So
Okay.
you actually have a pretty good like charcoal sketch of Echo's face on this pillow.
I'm gonna press that. I'm gonna turn to a new page in the book and then press it against the book.
It's totally like, you know, like his nose is all like scrunched up because you just like mid pillow impact, but it's incredibly detailed.
That's phenomenal. I'll
Hey
put
man,
like
you're ruining my dust.
I'll put like a little like the meeting parentheses S at the war room. Like that's the name of this piece.
Very nice.
Love it.
Oh goodness.
And so you all link up with
Half-baked.
is
but
there
not
anyone you're
forgotten.
not bringing with you with the Storm Crows?
We'll give Sandusky an out. Like, Sandusky, man,
Yeah.
it seems like it's gonna be bad. We don't know. Like, we don't know. Like, you're welcome to come, but we're not trying to bring you into more trouble.
Man, let me roll a fate 20. Let me roll a wisdom saving throw.
You do it, Sandusky. I believe in you.
You guys have put me through a lot, and it seems like there's bigger things at stake. So I'll take that into consideration when I figure out the DC for this throw. I'm thinking like a 14.
14? Yeah, 14 sounds good.
Day.
Should I stay or should I go now? Dang, Sandusky.
I'm in it to win it.
All right. We'll see you through, buddy.
What should I do with the seeing dongle that turns us into animals?
You know, technically speaking, hold on. Can I roll just a brief arcana to, like, cursory have some knowledge of, like, what animal shape, like, polymorph does?
Sure.
Give me one moment.
It gives me a second to find where Iwi is. Iwi, I need you. Where are you, Iwi? Ah, yes, core NPCs.
All right. Sorry to hold you up there.
it's all good.
29. So I have at least a cursory knowledge of. Listen, it's a spell that my old friend really loved. They were trying to master it because they were, well,
Yeah.
So, Sandusky,
Small
if things go
beasts.
south, and you're in a lot of trouble, say those numbers that you see out loud. Give in to that feeling. It doesn't last forever. Like, all you need to do to go back to your old form is get a little roughed up or give it some time.
I hope. Yeah, I hope. Oh, okay.
But don't use
do
that
we know
unless it's
what's that one I'm gonna turn into?
not a clue.
Oh, okay. What's the
Here's
worst
how
that
this-
would happen?
Here's how the spell usually works, right? Level of Arcana. Typically, you turn into whatever animals preset, could be random, for about an hour. If you explode, or catch fire, or get bludgeoned, or stepped on, or thrown out a 15-story window, you turn back to yourself. Or if the time passes, you turn back to yourself. You will get some weird cravings after that, but it's a good way to get yourself out of dodge.
Nice.
In theory.
So you guys suit up. Atreus and Calcut are in tow.
Nice.
Atreus seems to be speaking to Calcut, explaining what's going on. She's just nodding. And the walk to the markets is pretty quiet.
So,
yeah. The storm that you guys were watching has abated, and the clouds are kind of returning to normal. And that's when you guys encounter what's his face? What's his face? He has a name. It's hard to remember.
Oh, hold on. Actually, I think I know who you're talking about.
The wizard. You guys ran into the wizard.
Yeah. He's Lactaris Carathunder.
Lactaris. Yes.
Yeah. I'm like, I've got it somewhere.
Lactaris. So you run into Lactaris, and he's like, "Oh, just the people I was looking for. I went to go meet with you at the war room, but the war room is closed for some special event or something. I'm quite not sure. They wouldn't let me in. But I have something for you. And he like shakily hands you like a couple pieces of parchment in a hardback, what you call like a folder, basically.
Nice.
And yeah, and it is the information that he has on how to make this cloak of obscuring. The cloak. I think it's the cloak of the, what did I call it?
Oh, hold on. You called it Cloak of the Inconspicuous.
Yeah, cloak of the inconspicuous.
I got you, fam.
Yeah. So I will send those deets to you. But yeah, he gives you like a bunch of notes.
Nice.
It turns out it requires quite a few pieces of material. Some might be able to be sourced from here, others from possibly the Underdark. Good luck. This could be a difficult one to craft. But I believe in you all.
That's the joy of it.
Take care now.
You take care of yourself, Lecters.
Just kind of like, you can see him like grabbing his knees and, ugh, my bones. And he just kind of like hobbles off.
Oh, the buddy.
My bones. I can't find where his picture is, so because I don't actually have a NPC block for him, I just have a token picture. But yeah, Lecteris, he's the legend. And that's
Nice.
when you run into someone else. Who could it be?
It's gonna be that hobgoblin. Nah.
Maybe it will be. You guys run into Vitrill.
Yeah, it's very, very powerful eyebrows.
Yeah, his eyebrows are just so powerful. Alongside
Yes.
Ogra.
That's not hair.
Yes.
Where those eyebrows are, that's stone. It's chitin, it's bone. It's just
Absolutely. Incredible. And Vitrill kind of like sees you all. They're walking like from their general direction from the estate, obviously headed the same way you guys are. And Vitrill reaches out, kind of yells across the expanse. Fancy a stroll, Atreus. What a fine day for a war room. And then Atreus just says, wouldn't it be so? Shall we? And Vitrill says, I look forward to seeing what all this is about. One does not call for a war room at the war room lightly.
Ooh.
Oh no.
And just like Orin's like,
Yeah, and Visal's now like, okay, yeah. Like, gives Echo a look like, I'm sorry, man. I really thought. Like,
No, it's okay. It's
yes,
okay.
the possible Gaius kind of makes more sense.
It is called the War Room, so I should have seen this coming.
Name checks out.
Oh, let me transfer to the map. I'll give you the lowdown in the scene on what you see, and then that's where we'll close it.
Nice. It's so exciting. I'm really happy we're gonna have Bori coming in on this too.
Yeah.
Yes, yeah.
You guys seem to make it work. All right, so let me clean this up real quick. Okay. All right, I'm gonna kind of give you guys the scene. So you walk in the war room. From the outside, the windows have been shuttered. The windows have been shuttered and locked. There are at least a dozen hobgoblin guards who look like no slouches, guarding the perimeter of this simple yet fortified building. All buildings in Calgully are either fortified or made to be easily rebuilt.
Nice.
You can note that the guards are comprised of both families, Bloodfang and Splinter Shaft. And Anvizal, for reference, the one guard that
Oh no.
you had detected is not there.
Yep, they sorted that out. That's really funny. Yeah, Amazon would be, he'd be looking, he'd be like, ooh.
Shame.
Him slipping.
Roll me a perception check, both of you.
Can do. That
I'm
is going to
perceiving.
be a natural 1.
Ooh, 18 for Echo.
I'm perceiving the fucking floorboards or something now.
He's not perceiving anything.
Yeah, Alu?
It me.
I don't even know what to do with your nat 1. You see a bee.
What?
It's big.
You know what? Actually, I mean, I'm here for it. It's also...
It's coming at you, dude.
You know, I was gonna say I'd call that silly, but listen, you get a big bee in my face, like my attention's gone. Like we're talking
Yeah.
like those crazy bald-faced hornets. You're like, I'm pretty sure this thing has like killed 3 people. Like,
Yeah, I'm playing into that nat 1 you rolled on lore a couple sessions ago.
oh, the bees. All right, Avazal. Yeah, Avazal seems unnecessarily shook right now.
So valid.
That's really
Shark
funny.
Bait, you see a small insect. You're not even sure if it's a bee or not. There is a small insect harassing Anvizal right now. All right.
Avazal sweating bullets. He's like, they know, I know.
I'll give it a little swat.
Like, you've only seen this
What
on the
that way?
face of guilty men, or men who have seen like
The truth.
Be like,
The
I'll be like, oh, city dwellers.
Yeah. You want to try to get this bee for old Anvizal?
Yeah, get him.
Mess
Bees
it up.
have an AC of like 8.
Yeah,
I don't know
Yeah.
if you can miss.
you ricochet into the crowd and just
Well.
destroy a guy.
You say that. So this is just an unarmed strike, right?
You just roll an attack. I'm not picky. I won't. You don't have to shoot, but you can just roll an attack and we'll figure it out.
Right. I can give it a little poison spray. A little.
There you go.
Just bug spray that.
Yeah, man. Just
Get it out of here.
ain't even gonna roll for that. Like an aerosol spray at a bug. Like you just 15 poison. Dang.
Absolutely
High
deleted.
It just and just drops. Anvizal, Echo has saved you.
Ugh. Ugh. Nice.
And Anvizal, with your nat 1 while you're fighting off the bee, you kind of catch Mogra kind of glancing at you like,
Yeah.
you ready?
Yeah. Avazal, after the bee is destroyed, like, made for this.
And the doors are opened for you. The doors open by themselves.
Oh, dang.
Sharkbait, with your 18, you are getting the sense that there are people at the doors that you're not seeing.
Pretty intense.
You see the familiar visage of the war room, but all the patrons are gone. Grasha, the no fighting in the war room owner is there, but there are several hobgoblin guards of both families that are behind the bar with her, monitoring the drinks and her at all times.
Nice.
The lining, the perimeter of the room, there's at least 8 hobgoblin guards in here. And a conference table has been set up in the middle of the war room. And I'm going to bring you guys on the screen, and we are going to see who is at the war room.
Ooh.
Closest to you.
Oh my. Nice. Oh, hey.
The Arcanoloth from the tower. He has a small fox in his lap, and there are 2 guards behind him.
Nice.
This mechanized suit of armor that appears to be glowing with fire on the inside.
That's pretty swanky.
And this slimmer, taller, clockwork...
Looks like a bee to me.
Yeah, it looks like a bee.
Its eyes are looking awfully vespid.
Yeah. And it's wearing a tattered cloak, and you can clearly see many weapons underneath this cloak.
Nice.
As its long, sinewy, clockwork-like arms are just kind of pacing. Arms are kind of behind its back, and it's just guarding. And Orin is with you guys already, but I had Orin on this page just for... Anyways, a familiar face pops up. Every dark woodlight. Flanked by 2 very...
Those are cool.
aggressive looking Verdant Ire elite guard.
We're not the druids. We just fertilize the soil with enemies.
Yeah. Sharkbait, roll me a history check for Echo with advantage.
Yeah.
You gotta be
Yeah.
good at this one.
Yeah, alright. History. Bam! 19!
You've seen these guys
Nice.
once, and it wasn't good. In fact, pretty sure you blacked out most of those memories.
Wait, which the Ire guards or Eridark?
These guys.
Okay.
Not-
So he's gonna be
It
like,
wasn't bad for you. It was bad for the other guys. Right?
oh, okay. Then he's just gonna be like sweating a little bit. He'll like do whatever like customary like greeting in the forest, like whatever little tip of the hat or something like that
Yeah.
they do.
They both collectively, in unison, give you a nod. Like, at the same exact time.
Horrible. Thanks. I hate it.
Thanks, I hate it.
And, yet another familiar face. Lord Cedric Blackwood.
So fluffy.
He looks at you all, and he kind of gives you a come over here motion, right? Kind of gives you, like, the nod, like,
Yep.
There's 2 seats by me. Take them before someone crazier sits down.
Understandable, my guy.
Beside him is a very beautiful, clothed dark elf.
Nah, can't be her. Nah.
Yeah. It does not look like the same dark elf that assaulted you all on the bridge.
Bridge.
Yeah, on the bridge. But she looks
Could be
very
me.
regal. She's adorned in silk clothes, and she's carrying some pretty cool swords on her as well. And she's just kind of sitting expectantly, guarded by this dark elf who's wearing some pretty cool armor, and has a pretty gnarly, like, shield buckler that's folding out and that is pointed. Could definitely, like, kill people, and a pretty sweet
Really cool.
rapier as well. And this fully armored, like, drow knight like this dark drow knight with a hair plume coming from out under the helmet, and with these two
Absolutely crazy.
long scimitars on its back. And these two hobgoblins, who just pretend they have green skin, right? D&D has red skin hobgoblins. They're the
Nah, I
green
get
skin
ya.
of our world. Yeah, this guy, who looks pretty serious, and then this guy as well, who definitely is got some magiques,
Just a smidge.
just a smidge of the magiques.
Magic.
Yeah, and then Grasha, who greets you guys. Hey guys, welcome back. Welcome to the war room. No fighting in the war room.
Thanks, Grasha.
Hey, yeah, exactly.
There
Really
is a
appreciate
pile. She just gives you a thumbs up. I'll serve you when I'm allowed to.
Oh,
Dang.
There is a pile of boxes behind Lord Cedric Blackwood. Can you both roll me a history check?
Remember Simba. 23.
oh my lord.
Remember Simba.
11.
Canvas
I'm
all,
not
man.
remembering.
Boxes are just boxes, bro, right? Do you even box? And Anvisal, you recognize a lot of the burn patterns on these boxes. These are the boxes that you guarded and delivered into Calgully.
Nice. Yeah, and so I'll just be like, well, we did our job. It looks like they're still here.
You can see Lord Cedric Blackwood inconspicuously slides some type of bag across the table at the nearest empty seat near him and motions to you.
Okay.
Don't forget that. As a DM, don't forget that he did that.
That
Okay.
he slid. Awesome.
Can I swipe that bag up and take the seat?
Sure, yeah.
Perfect. Echo, do you want to take one of these seats?
Yeah.
Come here, buddy.
Every dark actually kind of motions for Orin to come sit by him.
Oh.
Dang.
That's interesting.
Orin just looks at you and he squeezes your hand, actually, Echo.
Oh.
Before walking away. Calcut takes her position by Atreus.
Nice. Nice.
Bori's doing Bori stuff.
Come here,
Iwi's
Bori.
doing Iwi stuff. Sandusky is like, shouldn't even be here. How about this?
Here. I'll give Freemy this seat, and I'll be chilling in the back with Sandusky.
Alright.
We can vibe Sandusky. Yeah.
Yeah.
Here we go, buddy.
We'll hang out over here. Atreus pulls up. And so, we groups have assembled. This war room that was called forth by my father, Azrock Splintershaft, will commence, and I will preside. And that's where we end the session.
Yeah.
Dang. All right. Get it. Orin's a traitor. No.
Why is he sitting over there? He's being stinky. I don't like it.
Stinky. Traitor.
A little drama.
Stinkier than
Drama mama.
Oh, lovely, the drama.
Is he being stinky?
It's a little stinky, I'm not gonna lie. He
Just a
told me
smidge.
he didn't like that guy. Hey.
I literally can't tell you. I am under gaze. Incredible. Yeah, that checks out. That dickhead looks like he'd use one of those.
All right. Well, thanks for joining, everybody. I was the GM. I am TwoHands. Still got them. Still using them to cause every ounce of chaos and heartbreak and revelry I can in this game. Who was I playing with today?
Good evening, everyone. It's a pleasure to those who tuned in. I was playing Anvizol Erlenor, and I go by Aludriea Luna. Things are getting kind of spicy.
Hello, everyone. I'm Sharkbait, and I was playing Echo, the Feyblood Ranger, who is a little bit dusty, but you know he's here and he's ready to go.
This came in directly from a Western flick. Like, nobody told you, just wrong setting.
For town for this is not that. Okay.
You've yeed your last ha part. No? Oh.
Nope. Oh, the different meeting. Okay.
Right. Nice. I'm gonna kill this